So, it's been about 2 weeks since we last did this, and so much has happened. Not just New Year's, but a lot has happened. A lot. Like, Ibarra came back. Like, I didn't know about this, and then I figured out about it, and I'm like, holy crap. Oh, you have a new? Yeah, okay. I have to fucking figure. I didn't get the file yet, unless it was in my fucking junk mail somewhere. Fucking spam. Let me just check my spam real quick. No, it's not even in my spam. We don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But you know, try and send it to me again. Through email. You have my email, right? Or maybe I could just go to fucking Messenger after I'm done downloading quick. But okay, that's great. But there's so much. There's just so much that happened, and we're already starting with this, are we? Really? This is a new year. This is 2026. I am refreshed. I'm ready to go. I've had a break. And
are you golden, Victor?
And now this. I promise to not rant about this movie anymore. I had to excommunicate it myself from this show. I'd rather not talk about it ever again because I want to move on like a grown adult. And now people are bringing it up and bringing it back into light, like if it's something like I committed a crime.
Hey, Victor, K-pop Demon Hunters will live on forever, like the Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse is a better film than that movie. I'm sorry, it is a better movie than that.
Have you finally seen the Spider-Verse movies?
I didn't even give it Spider-Verse a negative review. I didn't even give it a negative review. Just because I didn't like it as much as everybody else doesn't mean I gave that movie a negative review. I gave this movie a negative review, but I want to move on with my life.
Hey, I mean, there's things that I find like overrated and stuff, and it doesn't mean I don't like them. It means I just like them less than other people.
And that's what Spider-Verse is for me.
For me,
a 4 when I first saw it. Maybe it's been a while. Maybe I'll rewatch it. You can see it.
For me, tonight it was Dark Water.
Hey, Victor, you know, you talk about New Year, New Me, and New Year, New Us stuff, right? Well, you know, one thing that hasn't changed. Your predictions on how movies will do at the box office.
I really do not want to talk about it. First of all, Avatar made money, so that's a great thing.
Oh yeah, well yes. Like no, Avatar made money. That's like, well, now it's just barely making money now. But
barely making money? $1 billion is barely making money.
$1 billion.
From what I heard, it was gonna cost them. It was gonna take them to make $1 billion just to break even.
No, $400 million budget. You make 800. They already broke even $200 million ago.
Well, okay, 400. Okay, the 400. But how much was marketing?
350 to 400, right? Isn't it 350 to 400?
Also, here's the thing too. When it broke $1 billion, roughly the other two films broke $1 billion around the same time.
Yes, that's also true. So is it going to get to $2 billion? Well, I'm not going to make my prediction just yet, but maybe. There's nothing really coming out of that stupid gorilla movie.
Analysts are saying right now potentially like 1.8, but we'll see.
1.8 is still good.
That's still really good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Most movies don't make 1.8 billion.
Oh yeah, like at the end of the day, like I will still say that it will be the worst performing of the three, even though it's still impressive.
Oh yeah, it will.
No doubt about that.
I like even if I say, oh yeah, it's the worst performing movie of the three, still it made fucking if it made 1.8 billion, it still made 1.8 billion. How many movies can have that?
It's still one of the most successful movies of all time. It makes 1.8 billion.
I've seen it 3 times already.
Yes, he like literally. We
But
over.
But I will say this:
because of another circumstance we're probably gonna get to today. But a
The
different
Housemaid.
told me, "Oh, I watched it 3 times already."
Oh, you watched The Housemaid 3 times already, Victor? I knew you loved Sydney Sweeney.
I'm talking about Jared and his. You're discrediting Jared. You're discrediting him.
And I'm gonna see it a 4th time, hopefully this weekend.
Oh my god! Yeah, no more. No. We will. Yeah, Primate. That's gonna be the best movie of the year,
fuck
right?
my money.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna talk about that later because that was actually one of the mystery movie I saw Monday, and
Oh, okay.
I will actually say to tease what I'm gonna talk about later. I was pleasantly surprised
because that trailer was fucking
Yeah.
garbage. That was like.
Yes, I thought it was gonna be something else that I.
Wait, what are we talking about here?
You never said it was gonna be good.
Primate with the killer gorilla and laughing
okay.
at it. It was when I saw Predator and I was laughing at it. It looked so awful.
Hey, you thought The Housemaid was gonna suck, but you like that one.
No.
Well, Sydney Sweeney.
I just think that I don't know how well that movie is going to perform though, because it's just. Can we stop with the harassment, please? It's a new year.
Okay,
Besides,
fine, Victor. I will say this one.
You're not making me watch it, or because it's, for example, if Chan decides for some sadistic reason, he's gonna make us review The Housemaid on this show, I will not be present that day. It's very simple.
Oh, okay, Victor. I'll take over for you as long as you don't block me because of our disagreement. That's fine. Anyway,
no. That's not me being. That would be unprofessional of me to do.
Yeah. But Victor, I was gonna say though. Okay. You know what? It's a new year. We're still reeling from the holiday season. So you know what? I will be nice to you and say this one thing. Victor, you can suck it because Housemaid made money and it was critically better received than Avatar. So suck it. Anyway,
yeah,
let's
on
continue.
Letterboxd it has a lower score. So what does that tell you?
Rotten Tomatoes. You know what? I'm okay with Rotten Tomatoes.
Look, I'll tell you. I'll show you the fucking point. Okay, look. I have the fucking screen. Okay, come on, screen. Come on. I already have to get the box office.
Clear your porn browser, Victor.
Entire screen. Bam. Look at the Letterboxd score for Avatar. This is 3.6. Again, this is Avatar. Go to Housemaid. It's on the trending page, right? Yes. That is currently standing at 3.1. What does that
really not that much of a difference though? It's
higher because that's a 7.0. That's a 7.0, and then I think Fire Dash is 7.4. Yep. Even IMDb. No, I don't want to log this. Come on, get out.
I was gonna say, Victor, that's not even a 10-point difference.
Doesn't matter. I got a better score.
But Rotten Tomatoes got better score on both the audience and critical score on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's okay.
Talk about SpongeBob real quick. It was a big.
Oh yeah.
It was a big bomb. Even when I wasn't expecting it to bomb, because SpongeBob movies in the theater anyway always make money. But this is a
fucking bomb. David, and I'm not talking about that little pipsqueak David 3000. I'm talking about the movie David. The movie David.
Angel Studios. Fuck those guys.
Now, granted, SpongeBob overall made more money than David, but David whooped its candy ass in the opening weekend. Like, hey, you know what? I'm fine with The Housemaid not making opening at number 2 or something. David whooped its ass too. You know what? I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Just the fact that you said David whooping.
You know what? People have been saying David has been doing to SpongeBob what David did to Goliath. Really, if you look at his budget and overall gross, SpongeBob and David made pretty much the same money, like $60 million each.
No, okay.
David, the movie did what David 3000 does to his chair. He whooped that ass that weekend.
But yes, I think, although I will, to be fair, January is going to be a very slow month. I don't know, other than Primate, anything that's coming out that's like going to be amazing.
28 years later.
Other than 28 years later, I don't even
Greenland
know.
28 years later, I don't expect Return to Silent Hill to make big bucks. I will say one to look what, huh?
Isn't that February?
No, it's February. That's March or January. Excuse me. No,
Sorry.
another one to possibly look into regarding its box office. I know some people may laugh at this, but Iron Lung, because Markiplier.
I think it might make money too. I have a suspicion it will. You know what's gonna not make money? Mercy, the Chris Pratt scream.
Mercy. He's like Victor said. Mercy.
Out, and then all of a sudden, I started seeing ads on Facebook.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll still probably try to see Mercy. I think the next movie we're going to go try to see will probably be 28 years later.
Yeah, because that's one of my most anticipated films the entire year, because I love the first movie. Well, not the first movie, but it's the third, but the first of the trilogy. I love it. I bet you what's surprising about this movie is that apparently the test, I mean, and I don't know, I take test screenings, with a grain of salt, but to test screenings for 28 years later has been very good, which is shocking because I would think.
I know Sean Chandler gave it a decent review, and he wasn't the biggest fan of the last one.
So I expect
but he also did
to be, hey, I like this movie better than the first one.
Well, and I like Cody Leach too. Again, he's someone that, like a lot of times we don't agree. Like hell, he even said the only reason why he went to go see The Housemaid was because I think he said it was his wife's birthday, and he was like, "Well, that's the only way I could think of." And both of them,
yeah, because why would you take your wife to go see SpongeBob?
Yeah, why would you go take your wife to go see Avatar?
I don't mean to be a punching bag or anything.
No, baby, you do not. No, I'm gonna hypnotize my woman. You do not want to see Avatar.
I want to go see Avatar.
No, look at my eyes. You don't. No, you know, look at me. I'm compelling you.
I wanna.
No, you don't want to see Avatar.
I wanna.
Why are you wearing this? What's this headband right here? But anyway, you don't want to see Avatar.
I want to watch the pretty blue lady do a thing.
Which pretty blue lady?
There's many pretty blue ladies. That's what I'm saying.
My woman wants to whack off to fucking blue people. That's what it is.
Well, to be fair, if you
Avatar: Fire and Ash is the horniest Avatar movie.
See, now I gotta go see it.
All right, fine. Like go see it when I'm working this weekend.
Okay, so
but make sure you see it in IMAX if you can't see it.
What about getting everything?
No. If you're gonna get one, you're
and not do this joke about The Housemaid. I was not even gonna try and make this joke.
Tanner said Chayton's acting is like the hypnotist you order off of Temu.
I think that the majority of the viewers who went to go see The Housemaid in the theater and made it $75 million domestically are the guys who wanted to act like Pee Wee Herman so they could get off and jerk off in the theater just like Pee Wee Herman did, and he got arrested for a long time.
No, hey, you know what, Victor? There was actually a bunch of fucking old like middle-aged women that went to go see this movie because they loved the book.
It's really funny.
I'm not saying that's all the audience, but that's most of the audience.
It's
funny.
It's really funny.
Well, Victor, when I went to go see it, it was mostly women in the theater.
My best friend.
I was literally probably one of only a few dudes in that theater.
My best friend, he went to see it with his grandma.
Oh God, poor grandma.
And he told me, he texted me, he was like, I can't wait to watch this movie that will probably have boobs in it with my grandmother.
Like I'll be honest, like one of my worst times I saw some of my mother was we watched the Pam and Tommy show on Hulu.
Oh,
and
Jesus.
Yeah, if anybody's seen it, like you see there's a scene when Tommy Lee talks to his dick. So and you actually see the penis. So, once I got a motorboat my woman's boobs.
Oh my God, help me. Oh Jesus.
Stay on her back.
Where was my thing? Here we go. I was trying to try and get access to the chat here. Okay.
Oh, you want me to motorboat your ass too?
So, as it stands right now with The Weeknd, not the artist because he made a shitty movie, but the box office, here's how it stands at the moment of recording. Number one is still Avatar, but it made $41.4 million. Like we said before, I think 1.8 million. It's still one of the most successful
Why did
movies
that
ever
sound like
made.
Buffalo Bill?
We'll see what happens in the coming weeks. But number 2, let's not discredit Zootopia 2 because I don't think we even brought it up. Look at this.
Nope.
2.5% drop compared to last week. That's
remarkable. Zootopia 2's done like surprisingly well. I will admit I was wrong. I thought that movie wasn't going to make a lot. Like, I had my Victor moment from last year and this year, but unlike Victor, I will gladly take the L on this because you know what?
The L, but you know what? I'm going to criticize the audience who watched it anyway.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Victor. Well,
movie of the year. But
you know what? You know what, Victor?
I'm taking.
You know what, Victor? Like I said, like one day I will find a way to get us to review The Housemaid, and I will definitely make it in order for you to be on here.
You're right. You can't do that.
I'd make a deal with you if we ever pick The Housemaid. I will be like, I will watch the other 2 Avatar movies and review them. That will be that's how serious I'd be just for you to. Just because I am all right being a hypocrite. Are you, Victor?
You know what's fun? You know what's sad when Tanner hasn't even watched The Housemaid? I don't know if he even gives a shit about watching The Housemaid.
Why are you putting? Oh, is that my? Oh, I thought that was my underwear, my socks.
Number 4 would be Marty Supreme doing pretty well. I think $12 million, and it's made $56 million. I think the marketing for Marty Supreme, I gotta tell you this right now. Tim Chalamet is putting the work in just to market this
and
movie.
He just won the Chris choice.
And he's putting the work in. Now, the movie costs like $80 million to make, so like, I don't know if it's gonna turn a profit. I really don't know at this point.
It might.
I don't know. It depends on what's, again, there is
you know it, Hunter.
But
I'm sure also during award season, it will also get like probably some more legs and everything. It'll get like a tiny little re-release and people.
Let's say it's 60 to 70 million, so it'll have to make 140 million to break even.
Yeah, now it would have to be pretty much the highest grossing A24 movie, which I think the highest grossing A24 movie right now is Civil War, because that doubled its budget. I think it made over $100 million. So
127.
127. There you go. So, yay!
Actually, Civil War wasn't the biggest film.
Besides the point. Number 5 is Anaconda, made $10 million. I know this movie got a lot of mixed reviews, but I still want to see this. I still want to see this.
I like the trailers didn't do anything for me, and
yeah, I want to have an opinion of it.
I want to have an opinion.
Yeah.
And number 6, SpongeBob. It went from, I think, look at this. I think it was what? How was it last week? It was, wait, has it been out for 7? No, it has been out for 7 weeks.
It was.
Look at this. It's made $57 million. I don't know how much the budget is. Probably not much, but I'm going to say maybe 70 on SpongeBob. It can't be over $200 million.
64.
54?
64.
64. Oof. I don't know if the worldwide it turned a profit already, but
click the thing, you can find out.
Let's find out. Whoa, it already made $113 million worldwide, so it already turned a profit no matter what.
No, it needs to make 128 million.
I think it'll make it
in a couple of weeks. It's gonna make
yeah. It depends because again, Zootopia, which came out in November, right? It's still fucking doing great.
November.
Yeah, so if I don't think SpongeBob is gonna be able to if it can at least it needs about maybe 15 more million, it most likely will, but it's gonna be a case study because the fact that I'm very curious on how the Simpsons movie is gonna do when that comes out in a few years.
I have a feeling it might make money, but just not as much as the first one.
Because
it's completely underestimated.
I don't think the love for the Simpsons is there as much anymore.
Nah.
Because
it's like
if hate the new episodes. Remember, I'm very indifferent about the new episodes. I like them.
It's like if they do a Family Guy movie. I don't think the craze would be like if they made one like 10, 15 years ago, then maybe you could see it. But nowadays, I don't feel like Nobody would care if a Family Guy movie got made.
McFarlane's not even running Family Guy anymore. All he does is do the voices now. He doesn't even write for the show anymore.
Yeah, I've always said
he writes for American Dad mostly now, and the Ted series for Peacock, and I think there's a 4th season of the Orville gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but it's been a long time.
We Buried the Dead bomb. They opened to what, 2 million? I see.
Look, 11th place, and I wasn't expecting this movie to make any money, to be honest, because it was released by Vertical Entertainment. They never really give movies.
I didn't know this movie existed. So.
I will say this. This shows. I will say this though. It just shows that Daisy Ridley is not a box office draw.
I genuinely think it's because of the distributor. I think if it had a better distributor, when
was the last big Daisy Ridley movie outside of the Star Wars movies?
The last one was the one with that the swimming biopic that Jerry Bruckheimer produced. I forgot the name of the fucking movie now.
Was it on Disney Plus or did it come? Did it come to theaters or was it just Disney Plus?
It did.
Did it make money?
It didn't. It flopped.
Okay, yeah, Daisy Ridley's not a box office draw. I said she was,
but that's besides the point. The reason the housemaid made money is because
no. Sydney Sweeney is she broke the curse.
Money. It sold out in Jared's library, so everybody in Jared's library went to go see it.
Hey, that's an insult because there was a lot of middle-aged women who saw it. There was a lot of middle-aged women. That's an insult to Jared and his library. There was a lot of middle-aged women who saw.
It's funny how you think I'm criticizing old people. I was just generalizing.
Yeah, you are criticizing old people, Victor. But you know what?
I didn't say old people who rented it out in Jared's library. No.
You know what, Victor? Though it's okay. You want to know because it's okay. Because whether you like to admit it or not, and any excuse you make, the Sydney Sweeney box office bomb curse has been broken for right now.
Fucking canceled after this season. Just
you know what, Sydney.
I don't think anybody.
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney is going to be starring in the next one, and we'll find out if it's a bomb. Because Amanda Seyfried is not going to be in this one.
I know. So this one was thanks to Amanda Seyfried.
No, Sydney Sweeney.
That's the only good thing about the Housemaid. Everything else sucked.
No, it's all the Sydney Sweeney fans because we're going to go see the Housemaid 5 times when it wasn't
no Sydney Sweeney fans because there were almost no men in there. They were all men going with their girlfriends, probably to see Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, see, there you go. But
they didn't go.
Now spread.
I'm a Seyfried fan.
Now spread your legs.
I'd rather watch that other movie that she put
out. Oh, really?
The one with
okay, well, one second. One second. I gotta eat my woman's pussy. I'll be back.
What the? Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted, number 7 was David. Number 8 was Song Blue. Number 9 was Wicked for Good. Number 5. Number 10 was Five Nights at Freddy's 2. And speaking of Five Nights at Freddy's 2, Blumhouse. Why are you criticizing people who don't like that movie? They legit made an Instagram post saying there was like a montage of like people, Five Nights at Freddy's fans, like celebrating the movie, having parties, getting married at the theater, whatever. And then the last slide was the Rotten Tomatoes score and said, "This movie's not for you." That's what Blumhouse literally posted on their Instagram. Really, Jason Blum? Really? These filmmakers, like, I thought you were going to be, okay, we're going to improve upon the first movie and try and take the criticisms with heart, but no, you're not taking any criticism. You're ridiculous. I don't want to jump ahead, but you acting like the fucking Stranger Things fans right now. We'll get into that later. Trust me, I have so much to say when it comes to that regard.
Yep.
And Jared probably has his own thoughts about this matter.
I think that's going to be like our shared topic almost.
Well, I have something else to talk about too, but we'll get to the point. So yeah, it's TMI. But yeah, okay. So who wants to go first? You know what? Soren, since you haven't gone first in a while, I'm going to let you go first.
All right, my topic, the 37 best Batman animated series episodes.
Look,
I'm excited for this because I know these. That's
great.
All right, rapid fire. Christmas with a Joker. Nothing to Fear.
I think that's like the second or third episode, I think.
Second. Pretty Poison. Two-Face. See No Evil. Beware the Grey Ghost, the one with Adam West. Feet of Clay. Joker's Favor, Mad as a Hatter, Perchance to Dream, The Laughing Fish, If You're So Smart, Why Aren't You Rich, Joker's Wild, Almost Got Him, The Man Who Killed Batman, Harley and Ivy, Read My Lips, Sideshow, Trial, Harquinade, Bane, Baby Doll, Showdown, Second Chance, Deep Freeze, Holiday Nights, Cold Comfort, Double Talk, Joker's Millions, Growing Pains, Love is a Croc, Old Wounds, Legends of the Dark Knight, Mad Love, Chemistry, Judgment Day, and the number one best, Heart of Ice.
I'm surprised. I don't know if you decided to do that, count the episodes in that third season, even though it's not really the third season of the show because it's a completely different fucking show.
Yeah, it's difficult
in
because
my box set, so I'd say it counts.
Yeah, I it doesn't count because I think what was it called? The New Batman Adventures? That's a different show because it's a different art style. Because I think it's a different the art style from the Superman animated series when they were working on that because they ended because they wanted to work on the Superman animated series, and I consider just the first 2 seasons of the show just the only ones. That's the way Wikipedia does too. But yeah, I have only seen 5 episodes. I own the box set, and I have only seen 5 episodes of it because the first season is 65 fucking episodes long. I can't do it. I can't.
I need to do a whole rewatch of it. It's one of my favorite animated shows, but I'm trying to log into my IMDb on my iPad, but my iPad needs updated, so I can't say what my favorite episode is.
Come on, Letterboxd, add TV already. You said they posted recently that they're still working on it. Come on, you can't go faster. It's not that hard.
Let's see. I'll go to just regular IMDb and look at it.
Oh, jeez. Damn it.
Continue though.
Okay, so I have 2 watch muzzle lists. Which one do you want me to go through? The top 20 movies that were surprisingly awesome, or the top 26 biggest box office fails of each year?
Don't go with the latter first.
All right, 26 biggest box office fails of each year. All right, 2000 Titan AE.
Well, it did bomb, but Battlefield Earth bombed even harder, which I'm surprised that's not on there because Battlefield Earth is just.
2001 Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within.
Oh, I've always wanted to see it.
I still need to get that 4K of it.
I've always wanted to see it, but I heard it has nothing to do with Final Fantasy. They just put it in there just for brand recognition. That's pretty much nothing to do with it.
2002 The Adventures of Pluto Nash.
That movie is.
Look,
I finally saw that
for the first 2 acts, but then when the 3rd act happened, I was just like, now I understand.
2003 Sinbad: Legend of the Seven Seas,
which I think I've only seen bits and pieces of when I was
saw that in the theater.
Oh my god, you're one of the 2 people who saw it.
I was one of the 2 people.
2004 The Alamo.
Oh, I heard it's not a bad movie, but it bombed.
Really bad. It's actually pretty good. My the wife really loves that one.
2005 Stealth. 2006 Poseidon.
I've never seen it. Haven't seen the original either.
2007 Evan Almighty.
Well, you know what's funny was that I don't think I was allowed to watch Bruce Almighty in the theater, and not in the theater. I didn't see it in the theater, but I wasn't allowed to watch Bruce Almighty when Evan Almighty came out in the theater. So I think I've only watched bits and pieces of Evan Almighty because I was actually allowed to watch it because it's actually a PG versus the PG-13 original. And yet now I only care about really watching the first movie, which I still haven't seen, and I'm 26 years old and I still haven't seen it.
2008 Speed Racer.
Listen,
I like that movie.
I have a complicated relationship with that movie. Like, I understand what it's trying to do, be a live action cartoon, but the movie just looks so fake looking. Like the whole movie was shot on a green screen. It looks about as bad as Spy Kids. Well, not the first Spy Kids. That was all on set. Spy Kids 3D was the
third
one
one
that was mostly on green screen.
And also was Sharper and Lava Girl.
Oh, God.
2009.
Fox, what the fuck were you doing in that movie?
2009, Robert Zemeckis' Christmas Carol.
I could care less.
2010, How Do You Know?
Well, to be fair, I think it made more money than Ella McKay.
Yeah.
It's
2011, Mars Needs Moms.
I think I've told
I
you story
still
that I
need to
almost
snap.
saw it at an early screening. I almost saw it, but then it sold out because I couldn't. And then you know what? It was a blessing in disguise. It was. It was a blessing.
Yes. 2012, John Carter.
That movie is not as bad as people make it out to be. From what I saw about it, it was actually not bad.
Speaking of not that bad, this 2013 is one I consider to be pretty underrated. The Lone Ranger.
I've only seen bits and pieces. Can't comment.
You know what? Yeah, it's not that bad. Except for I think Johnny Depp, like, in the opening scene, like, sucks really hard.
And Army Hammer eats people. No, that's real life. I'm sorry.
2014, Legend of Oz: Dorothy's Return.
I'm only concerned about Oz the Grand Powerful.
2015, Pan.
I've never seen it, but when I heard that pirates sing Nirvana, I didn't want to watch it.
When the trailers came out, I really wanted to see that movie, and then I heard about the singing Nirvana, and I'm like, oh.
2016, Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur.
Testing.
Yeah,
I don't
think
it's as bad as people say, but it's like.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna hop onto the laptop.
Pointless.
Okay.
2017, King Arthur: Legend of the Sword.
King Arthur. Look, I actually think that Guy Ritchie is actually a pretty good director, but I heard that movie was just.
Victor, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
How's the audio coming?
It's coming out fine.
All right. Good.
Okay, because I'm testing out these Bluetooth headsets, so been using it for gaming, so I wanted to see how it sounds on fucking streams.
And the director of Ben Hur's doing, of course, because it's a Screen Life movie. Of course, he's doing Mercy himself. Of course, it's a fucking Screen Life movie.
2018. Wait, you were saying about King Arthur?
King Arthur. I heard it was like badly edited. Badly.
2018, Mortal Engines.
Oh, look,
yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna do well when it came out because even though it had Peter Jackson's name on it, he didn't direct it. He got the VFX supervisor who did King Kong to direct Mortal Engines.
King Kong.
Yeah,
King Kong.
The guy also did the storyboards for Lord of the Rings.
2019, Terminator: Dark Fate.
I need to rewatch that movie again. I'm willing to give it another chance. I just need to get
I
through that fucking
don't hate it.
5 minutes bullshit.
I need to rewatch it just because I don't. It
Because
was
I
one of
let
those
the
things. I think I watched it in
how I
cam
felt about
quality.
the movie, really.
So
I let the opening 5 minutes dictated what I felt about it.
Well, Victor, here's the thing with me is that I did enjoy Dark Fate, and while I know the beginning of that movie was controversial, you know what? I like the balls of it.
What I'm trying to say is that I want to give the rest of the movie a chance. That's what I'm trying to say here. I might rewatch it.
Yeah, I would have liked them to make more. Like again, I came out of that movie with more hope for the series than I did with fucking Terminator Genesis. So,
2020, they have 2 movies here: Mulan and Wonder Woman 1984.
I don't think that's fair because of COVID-19. That wasn't fair because of
COVID. I think Wonder Woman, if the pandemic, even though it did get reviewed poorly. I do believe that would have Mulan. I don't know. Mulan is probably that one. I think it would have
done well, but not $1 billion well.
Yeah, it would have.
That movie is frankly overboard. I think it's a little bit high.
I don't.
I think I like
the wife. The wife loves the movie, but I personally don't hate it. I just find it to be very boring. And so that's so it's like
yeah, I like that remake compared to others. But aside from Wonder Woman 1984, that movie I don't like that movie.
yeah, like I'll say this, I would rather go back and watch Mulan than the movie that shall not be named.
Well, because Wonder Woman 1984, first of all, was boring. I was bored through it. It didn't make me laugh one bit.
Yeah, even Pedro Pascal could, like, as much as he tried, he couldn't even save that movie.
I was excited because I wanted to see Mando in another movie, and I'm like,
yeah, like he did better movies like the next couple of years, like The Unbearable Weight.
Wig bothers the shit out of me in almost every movie. There's very few movies that actually tolerate.
I like her, but to me, she's another one of those who just has not evolved as a, like, what you call a comedian. That's like my biggest issue with Adam Sandler. Like, again, like, just fuck that piece of shit. I just wish he could stop making movies because he's a hack. Except when he does drama like Uncut Gems. So,
And Jay Kelly, if you saw that.
Oh yeah, that one wasn't bad. Okay, I did like, there was one.
I haven't seen Jay Kelly, for the record. I'm not gonna do my best a year list right away. You're gonna wait till February or March when I actually have everything set. Everything.
Victor,
set for me.
Oh shit! Well, if that was the case, I should have done mine in February, because then I could have seen more movies. Fuck. Maybe I'll redo another list.
Because most of the time, especially when it comes out, like when most of the movies come out on digital and they have
to my list.
Forever,
2021 Chaos Walking.
Chaos Walking, again, not fair because of COVID, but I think it would have bombed regardless.
I was gonna say though, like, that movie didn't even interest me with trailers, and again, that was.
What's bad when Lionsgate took $100 million write-off on the movie before it was released.
Yeah, I don't blame them. It looked like it sucked.
By
I
the
think
way,
it didn't
still
do.
Bomb Factory. They
2022 Strange World
makes them money.
Oh yeah, that movie was awful.
Which one?
Strange World.
I don't care for Strange World. Sadly,
I haven't seen it.
2023 Shazam! Fury of the Gods.
Oh yeah.
From the beginning of the end for the DCEU.
The moment, like, oh, go ahead. My bad.
2024 Joker Folly Ado.
Yeah.
Not in the DCEU, but it killed Todd Phillips' career, kind of.
I didn't hate it like others, but yeah, yeah. Anyway, go ahead, Soren.
And 2025, moving on.
Oh yeah, we know what movie that is.
Excommunicated.
Excommunicado.
Now for
that's true. The fountain on the coffin for Zachary Levi's career was Shazam 2. Now he's no longer a draw. Every single movie he makes is just like, get the fuck off my screen.
Now for the top 20 movies that were surprisingly awesome.
Lord, what's with the fucking music? I'm gonna put on my fucking headphones. I don't want to hear this shit.
What's hey Victor, what's playing? Is it K-pop Demon Hunters?
No, I never even heard this before, but it sounds like shit. Whatever it is, I'm putting my headphones on.
You know what? Tell them to turn it up. I want to hear it.
No, you're not like Grandpa Simpson. Turn it up.
Turn it up. I want to see if it's actually. By the way, like realistically, how's the mic? Is the mic better than when I was previously on here?
It sounds fine to me.
Yeah. I just want to make sure, because I do my gaming streams with it, so yeah, I wouldn't. And the other good days, I don't have to worry about going outside to smoke, because I can actually take it out with me, because I don't need. Because I could just look back and check later.
Go ahead. I was gonna go through this Watch Mojo talk, right, but then I realized I went over a similar list, so I guess I'll just skip it, and that's all for all my topics. I guess.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go next, because with Jared and I, we don't know how long our shared joint topic is, so I'm just gonna go through my individual one first, and then I'll go to chain, and then we're just gonna do what we have to fucking do, Jared, because I don't know how long.
Yeah,
okay.
That works for me.
The result, my individual topic. It's about time, folks. I finished it. I finished season 2 of the X-Files. Finally, 25 episodes, complete pain. It was a pain in the ass to sit through, but I finally did it. Thank God I finally did it, because...
Did you whack off after you got done with it? to celebrate?
No, because I had to eat dinner before
Oh,
I got
but
on
so
here.
okay, so you whacked off after you ate dinner. Okay, gotcha.
No, I had to go take a shower, and I know I did not. I did not
So
jerk off
you
the
whacked off
shower, just
while
like Kevin
taking a
Spacey
shower.
in American Beauty, motherfucker.
Yeah. So you were Kevin Spacey, except you weren't fucking underage person. You were fucking whacking off, thinking of City Sweetie while
Oh
Golden was playing
God.
in the background.
No,
Okay,
when he waxed up, he thinks of Kirsten Dunst.
Oh yeah, that's right.
God,
By the way, Victor. By the way, real quick before you continue, speaking of her, I finally got to see Roofman. Really enjoyed it, and you know what? I'm glad she's had a little bit of a resurgence because I feel like she hasn't been seen in a while. But this fucking
Power of the Dog
Civil
was the
War.
beginning of her career coming back into fold.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the years there.
And I will say
but,
she has aged pretty good. I was never enamored by her like others, but I will say she's aged pretty good. So is Amanda Seyfried.
Sherlock. Well, Seyfried has aged very well too, but
and Lindsay Lohan too. I gotta give fucking Lindsay Lohan some credit because she fucking with all the drugs and all the chaos, she looks pretty good. You know what? It could be worse. She could be like Amanda Bynes. Anyway,
season 2 of the X-Files. What I'm gonna try and do for this review, do it a little bit differently how I did before. I'm going to talk about the mythology episodes first and then the monster of the week episodes. So the mythology. So what happened last season? Oh yeah, Deep Throat is dead.
Deep Throat
got shut down. No, the character Deep Throat.
Okay.
The first season.
My eyes perked when you said Deep Throat.
By the crew cut man. Right when Scully found an alien fetus, and the X-Files got completely shut down. Now I have since
wait, Victor. Victor. So you're telling me that Deep Throat got killed by the Ku Klux Klan, and Mueller was there to see it?
Cut man, not the.
I'm sorry when you said crew quad. I was like the Ku Klux Klan. What the fuck show? Is this the right X-Files or did I pick the wrong fucking show?
This show's dealt with cults before, so maybe one of these days we're gonna find an episode where there's a KKK meeting in it. But
yes.
So I've learned since then that the X-Files shutting down at the end of the first season was for something that was completely necessary, and I'll get to the reason why once I go through the rest of the season. So we start off. It's been about, I think, 3 months since the finale. Mulder and Scully are now completely separated from each other ever since the X-Files shut down. Mulder is pretty much, doing surveillance work, trying to, hear other people's calls and all this other stuff and stuff that he doesn't even want to do. Scully is back in the FBI in the academy teaching people. And what happens is the beginning of the season, so somebody has information at the beginning of this season. It's a U.S. senator named Richard Matheson, and he says that there's going to be a UFO retrieval team in what was it? In Cuba, I think. I don't remember where. No, in Puerto Rico, because there's like surveillance going around with the satellites there. That satellite is where extraterrestrial life kind of comes from. But so he goes down to Puerto Rico to try and investigate what's going on. He meets this guy named Jorge Concepcion. That's his name. And he cannot speak English, but he has seen an alien. And we actually get to see in flashback what happened to his sister Samantha. As I told you before, Samantha was abducted many, many years before the series even begins. And that's why Mulder is looking for the aliens. And that's why he's so obsessed with finding them. And he almost gets into contact with one of the aliens, it seems, towards the end of this episode. And it's actually the first episode in the show to properly show a live extraterrestrial. And I actually think it's pretty decent special effects for 1994 when this episode aired. It's interesting, but of course, this kind of thing has to fail. He has to kind of, the tapes, and he's recorded everything. He's recorded all the tapes about him, proving that he saw alien life forms. But of course, that gets destroyed. The fucking UFO people, the UFO retrieval team comes to try and kill Mulder. Scully's trying to look for him. She eventually finds him. In the meanwhile, there is this new deep throat, if you will, in this season, who is just referred to, I believe, only as X. He's the one that kind of gives Mulder the information this go around, and he serves somewhat of a different, somewhat the same thing as Deep Throat did, but he's more of a pain in the ass than Deep Throat ever was. He's still an informant, but the second episode, well, that's a Monster of the Week episode, so I better skip that. So there's this character that comes into the fold because, again, Mulder and Scully are now separated. So Mulder is forced to get a new partner named Alex Krycek, and they investigate this story about a series of killings involving messages on electronic devices to kill people and such. No, that's not the wrong episode. It's the fourth episode that they investigate a case where doctors and Marines were part of a sleep diversion experiment, and they're getting killed. And what happens is that at the end of the episode, we find out that Alex Krycek is not necessarily a good guy because he's working for a character that I didn't get to talk about last season called the Cigarette Smoky Man. Now, what does the Cigarette Smoky Man do? Well, he knows about the X-Files, and he might be working for the government to, prevent Mulder and Scully from finding proof about aliens and such. He's one of the main.
Wait, Victor,
guys.
Victor, how'd you know that the Cigarette Smoky Man was me?
Did I say when it was you? Did I say it was you?
Oh shit! I just revealed I'm the Cigarette Smoky Man. Okay, my bad. Continue.
What did you? Well, get the fuck out! You have to go to the show then. You have to go. You gotta jump in back into fucking TV if that's the case. But
wait. I'm not. Hey, Victor. I'm not Samara. I can't like once I'm out. I'm out. I can't go back in.
Oh Jesus! But yeah, so yeah, he's pretty much working for the government, and what happens is that leads into a pretty much a two-parter, I would say. It involves this guy named Dwayne Barry, who is this psychiatric patient, and Mulder and Scully become part of a hostage situation to try and capture him. He's claimed that he has had frequent alien abductions, and it's pretty much the whole hostage situation for the most part. And at the end of the episode, this guy, Dwayne Barry, kidnaps Scully because he wants to send her to meet the aliens. That's right, folks. Scully is the one who gets abducted, unlike Mulder, who pretty much wanted to get abducted. He pretty much wanted it at this point, yet Scully is the one who gets abducted. You want to know why this happens? They did it out of necessity.
Because she has a vagina.
Similar reason, but I'll get to that in just a second. The reason why they did this out of necessity, because they found out, I think, right as season 1 was finishing production, Gillian Anderson got pregnant. They needed to find a way to write her out of the show when she was delivering the baby. So they decided the way to do it.
See, I knew it. She had a pussy. That's why.
To shut down the X-Files, separate them for 5 to 6 episodes, and have her get abducted. That's how they did it. That's how they got around it. Scully getting abducted was because Gillian Anderson got pregnant. So, and apparently,
what a whore.
Okay. Another thing I want to say is that Dwayne Barry episode, the first part of that two-parter, was the first one that the series creator, Chris Carter, that was the first episode he actually directed for the show. One of many. It took him the second season to direct an episode, which is strange, but he did it. And then that leads into a Monster of the Week episode, which is one of the worst Monster of the Week episodes I've ever seen, where Scully is completely absent because she got abducted, and it's pretty much a Mulder solo episode where he has to investigate these series of ritualistic murders who he believes initially were the work of a cult, but it turns out the 3 suspects are vampires. It's worth noting that the main vampire in this movie, this episode that he's looking for, and apparently he almost falls in love with, which is one of the many bad decisions they make in that episode, was the person who plays this character was Perry Reeves, who you probably know as Mrs. Ari from Entourage. And I'm like, since I love Entourage, I'm like, oh, that's Mrs. Ari. She was also in Child's Play 3 as well, too.
Hey, Victor, I got a question. Was one of the vampires named Count Victor?
No. And apparently, at that point in time, in real life, she and David Duchovny were boyfriend and girlfriends. They were dating, and yet in this episode they have zero fucking chemistry. So it's like Paul.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
It's like Paul Thomas Anderson and Mila Jovovich. You just don't know. So
what a whore!
Oh God, Jesus Christ! You're just gonna keep saying that? You're just gonna keep saying that? Anyway.
Yes. If you don't like it, well, you shut your whore mouth, bitch.
So the following episode after that. One Breath is that episode, the title, Scully is finally found after getting abducted. And she's in limbo. She's in a coma through pretty much the entire episode. And she wakes up from the coma at the end. And because this is pretty much somewhat of a Beyond the Sea moment for Mulder, like Beyond the Sea was for Scully last season. And he pretty much just, because Scully got found, he's pushes himself to the breaking point to find out where the hell she was, and it takes a hold of him. He goes rather insane, but at the end of the day, he does ultimately kind of, she wakes up, which is good, but he kind of deals with the grief that she wasn't there for a while, and then after that, it's back to normal, back to basics, because Scully is back on the show, and there's a series of Monster of the Week episodes that follow it, which I'll get to in a moment. One of my favorites, which we'll get to, one of my favorite episodes of the season, if not my favorite, is a Monster of the Week episode. The other mythology episode that I think is rather important to talk about is the episode, the two-parter, yet another two-parter, called Colony / Endgame. And this is the one where we truly believe, where we're led to believe that Samantha Mulder is finally back on Earth, and she has been on Earth for a little while, and the revelation is shocking. He obviously takes it kind of well, considering, you waited like 2.5 seasons to find her, but the thing is that with this episode, for the most part, it's about human clones, and when it comes down to it, we don't know for sure if Samantha is a clone or not. We wouldn't know until the following episode, which is Endgame. I'm talking about Colony now. When it comes down to it, long story short, there's a clone of Mulder being created, and the whole point here is that the government is using alien DNA to clone people, to clone humans. And there's an alien bounty hunter who, I swear to God, looks like a discount Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's there to kill all these clones of these humans, and he just looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I think more like the Jean-Claude Van Damme you see in Hard Target, if anything. At least to me, that's what it looks like, but without the Cajun accent. But when it comes down to it, in the next episode, Endgame, it turns out that Samantha isn't. Great. He's gonna make that fucking joke. Samantha was a clone too. it wasn't really Samantha. So this whole storyline, in some ways, was a complete waste of time because we thought Samantha was finally back and the long-reaching storyline was over. Nope, it's still going. It still is because we still haven't found her yet. So long story short, that happens. And then at the end of the season, in terms of the mythology episodes plural, what happens towards the end of the season? Well, this is the end of the season. At the end of the season, they first of all, Mulder's father gets shot and killed, and we're led to believe that he was a part of the government conspiracy, that they know about extraterrestrial life on Earth. And when it comes down to it, the season ends with Mulder finding a bunch of alien fetuses with smallpox vaccination scars, and Mulder gets buried alive in a boxcar. And that's the end of the episode. It's like the season cliffhanger was him getting trapped in a box. What's in the box? He is. Get it?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Come on, what's in the box?
Your dignity, Victor. That's what's in the box.
Oh, give me a break. But yeah, so yeah, in terms of the mythology episodes this season, some of them are good, some of them are ungodly, just like the episode 3, the vampire one I talked about. But I almost want to wait till Jared gets back to talk about my least favorite of the Monster of the Week episodes, because you can't believe it. Because put it to you this way: have you seen the movie Congo? Have you seen the movie Congo?
No, the diamonds are here.
Oh, put it to you that way. It just reminded me of fucking Congo. I wouldn't be surprised if they reuse the costume from Congo of Amy the gorilla, but we'll get to that. But in terms of the better mythology episodes this season, well, before I get to my favorite, I'm going to talk about another one that I really did enjoy, which is called Blood, which is the one I already mentioned about.
Emily Blunt.
Blood, all mud in my veins,
like
such a
blood,
dirty,
like
dirty mouth.
bleed. But
Like the In This Moment song, yeah.
But the one where the people commit murder because the TV and other electronic devices tell them to. That one is really, really good. There's also another one that the previous episode that was also pretty good, called The Host. It's about like this weird monster that's like in the sewers. He lives in the sewers. He looks like I don't know. I have the picture of him right now. You tell me what he looks like, because I don't know what he looks like. A worm man to me, but I'll let you see what this creature looks like right now. Give me 1 second. I gotta share my screen. Look, this is what he looks like. This is what this guy looks like. He looks like a fucking worm man. This is what he looks like.
Why does he look like he gives BJs for a living?
Oh.
Well,
God.
Victor should know something about that. So, Victor, thoughts?
No, I have no thoughts because I've never. No. Hey, where'd you find that picture of me? Are you sure that's a picture of you? Anyway, the worst of the.
Oh, Victor, have you seen the what do you call it? The thumbnail I made for the Renegades chat. Have you seen the picture? If not,
No.
I'll edit the what do you call it? Because I have a I'll show you in a minute. Anyway.
The worst mythology episode is an episode late in the season that's called Fearful Cemetery. This is one of the worst episodes, if not the worst episode of the entire series so far. You want to know why? It's all about the death of a construction worker and the destruction of various other property that can only be tied to an escaped elephant who became invisible and was killing people. Invisible alien. And then at the end of the teaser, the cold open, this invisible alien, not invisible alien, invisible elephant dies. So is this a prequel to Dumbo? Was that Jumbo in the cold open? Was that Mrs.
Jumbo.
Was that Jumbo at the beginning? Because it's invisible. Anyway, the most of the plot involves a gorilla named. I forgot the name of the fucking gorilla here. What the hell's the name of the gorilla? Shit. What's the gorilla's name? Was Sophie? I think. Yeah. Sophie is the name of the gorilla, and essentially, we're led to believe at first. We're led to believe that the gorilla knows that all these animals are getting abducted by aliens. Yeah, this is not a mythology episode, mind you. This is a Monster of the Week episode. Yeah, we're led to believe that the aliens are abducting animals, and at the end of this episode, the gorilla gets abducted by the aliens. What? That's what I was saying to myself when I was, and like the reason why I compared this gorilla to Congo was because the gorilla knows ASL, it knows American Sign Language, and I swear to
So
you,
the gorilla in the movie Primate.
So I genuinely believe that because the gorilla is a guy in a suit, and I saw the credits that the gorilla suit was done by Rick Baker. So does that mean that they reused the gorilla suit from Congo and used it in this episode? I really do want to know if that's the case, because there is no way. There is no way. There is no way. And also, it felt like a fucking PSA. That's the reason why I hate that episode. It felt like a fucking PSA to save the chimps. Save the animals. It didn't feel like an X-Files episode. It felt like a fucking PETA ad. It didn't feel like an X-Files episode. It felt like it was so focused on the message and not enough on the story. Great, I sound like the critical drinker right now. I know I do. I know. I know
message.
Piece of shit, but I know I sound like that piece of shit. But that episode was just not good. But my favorite episode of the whole season. I cannot believe this show did this, but it is one of my favorite episodes of the series so far. It's an episode called Humbug. Essentially, Mulder and Scully investigate a series of murders in this community filled with circus show performers. And this is the first comedic episode of The X-Files. This is an episode that is not meant to be taken seriously. It's supposed to be fun. And that's what I loved about this episode, because this show is so bleak most of the time. There was no fun to be had in the first 2.5 seasons, the first year and a half of this show. But this is a comedic episode to the point where we have actual circus performers doing their acts in this episode while also having hilarious moments, and they're just quirky and weird, and just like there's this guy who could eat like anything, like not just like regular stuff, but he could eat like objects and people. He claims to have eaten people at one point, and this episode is basically about a conjoined twin, and how does the conjoined twin get defeated? This guy, this magician guy, who doesn't speak until the very end, he eats the conjoined twin.
Oh my god.
And that's how it ends. He eats the conjoined twin. He's like, oh, and the first line he says is at the very last scene, and he says, to them, what, because they don't think he looks so well, and he says, probably something that I ate. And the whole ending of the episode is them driving off, and then Mulder and Scully just looking back at each other in bewilderment, and it just cuts to black. This episode is so fucking funny. It is so funny. It is so good. It is so hilarious. It has no business being as good as it. And remember the midget from Twin Peaks? He makes an appearance in this episode as a midget who doesn't belong to circus performers, and Mulder essentially thinks he is part of the circus performers, and he's just pretty much saying, are you stereotyping me? Then it comes out to, he was rants about, and then he automatically assumes that Mulder is an FBI agent because of what he looks like, and then Mulder says, "That's because I am an FBI agent." He went on that whole monologue just to say that. It is so good. It is such a great episode. As for the writers, which I forgot to give credit to the writers on this show for some reason last season, but of course Glenn Morgan, James Wong, they wrote some of the best episodes this season. But this is actually the season where they left the show for a brief time, to the point where the last scene of their last episode that they wrote for the show, I think there's a message on a chalkboard that says, I forgot what it said. I have the Wikipedia article. Let me just go ahead and consult that for a minute. But the message said, "Goodbye. It's been nice working with you." Apparently, that was an in joke because there were actually, because the whole episode deals with witchcraft. That's how the lady who did all the witchcraft stuff in the episode, that's how she kind of gets away. But that was actually a message to the other X-Files writers saying goodbye. It was nice working with you, because they want to go create a show on Fox, which premiered later.
Soren, what are you doing? I hear some background noise.
What the fuck? Why do you have that picture up? Why do you have that picture up?
I told you I was.
I was just typing.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, let me explain to you, Victor, real quick. Okay. All right. Is this the one? Okay. So I made a thumbnail for the Renegades, right? And for the group chat, right? And so this is the picture, but I needed to find a fucking picture of you, because you're not really on social media, so I can't just ask you. So I was like, fuck it, let me find something. So of course you're right. Oh, sorry. Let me zoom in real quick. You're right there.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
That was the only picture I could find. I thought it was kind of funny. So I was like, you know what? Since I'm dressed nice and all that. Yeah. So there you go.
Christ.
But yes, there you are.
Anyway, Glenn Morgan, James Wong left the show to create this show called Space Above and Beyond for Fox. And guess what? Just guess what? Since the Fox show, guess what happened?
It got canceled?
Yeah.
Canceled after one fucking season.
Yeah.
One season. And then what happened was, after it got canceled, they went back to the X-Files. So that ending is not touching because they eventually came back to the show because their own show got canceled. But anyway, but when they left, they were replaced by two writers who pretty much stayed with the show for the rest of the original run. One was Frank Spotnitz, who went on to create Man the High Castle. And then the other one was a little guy that they got who barely did anything. His name was, you never even heard of him. His name is Vince Gilligan. I've never heard of that guy before in my entire
I don't
life.
know who you were talking about right there.
I don't know I don't know why I even brought him up. I don't know who he is. But yes, all seriousness, yes, it's that Vince Gilligan. Breaking Bad Vince Gilligan. He also would remain on the show, I believe, for the entire rest of the show's run, the original run. So yeah, that's pretty interesting to say. But other than that, season 2, I think it's just about on par with the first one. It still has a few it has episodes that I really like and episodes I really fucking hated. And I forgot to even mention Skinner, who's Mulder and Scully's boss. He plays more of a role this season. He's actually the one that reinstated the X-Files after Scully got abducted. To fight back against the whole government, the FBI, taking advantage of him and Mulder at this point. So he's the one that reinstates the X-Files, and that happens in episode 6. It took him 6 episodes to fully, put the X-Files back into light. And again, like I said, you were gone when I said this year, but this season ends with Mulder being stuck in a box in a freight car because he saw alien bodies there, and they had the one dude who showed him it had to close it because the government was after him, and they tried to burn that boxcar alive and like, oh no, he could die. Since you're in season 3, I don't think he's dead. So I'm going to give it the same score I gave the first season because there's still quite a few stinkers. There's a few stinkers in this season, so I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Plus the pacing. 25 episodes. It was a pain in the ass to get through this. 25 episodes. I'm gonna check my season 3 set now, and I'm gonna see how many episodes is that. There better not be 25 fucking episodes. I can't deal that. I can't take that no more. How many? Oh no, my fingers This is not funny. I'm being harassed. Oh God! In the words of one Jesse Pinkman, what's the fucking line? This is my own private time, so I will not be harassed. Bitch.
Okay, could you put the screen back?
Yes,
God,
yes.
give me 1 second. Oh God! Unless
I got it.
Shit. Great. Now my fucking Cold Mountain DVD just fucking went through my bed. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh no.
Great. Cold Mountain of all fucking discs were the ones that fell through my bed because of this stupid shit. Let me see how many episodes of fucking season 3 has. 24? Great. At least that's one, not 25 again. Oh God. Okay. I gotta fucking.
All right. Can you sit back down? We've had Victor. We've had enough of seeing your ass, Victor.
Oh no! Oh God! Jesus
I know you
Christ.
talk about making an ass out of yourself a lot of times, but we don't want to see your ass.
No, it's not Philosopher's Stone. No. I'll find Cold Mountain later. I'll find it later. I'll get it later.
You'll fight Cold Mountain later. Why would you fight it?
Why
What did
would
Cold
I fight it? I haven't even seen it.
Did Cold Mountain give you the cold shoulder?
I don't know. Man, it's your time to go.
All right. So there was a few movies I haven't really, like, I'll be honest, I've not caught up. I've not broken my record of the movies I saw last year. Well, I broke the year prior, like 2024, because I think I saw like 35, 38. I got like in the 50s. I'm okay with that. There's still some movies I need to see, but I did, like I said, I saw The Housemaid. I really enjoyed that. I did say that the two best performances, I can't remember the guy's name, but the main guy in the movie and Amanda Seyfried, Sydney Sweeney, love her to death, but she was the weakest part of the movie. Again,
you see, even you said that.
Yes, but I wanted to go see it for Sydney Sweeney. You know what?
The most popular review on Letterboxd of that movie, and I think it still is. Let me just have a look because things changed on Letterboxd so quickly that.
But yeah, Amanda Seyfried was the best part of that movie. I will say. I'm very curious how it's going to be without her in the sequel, but
okay, look, this is the most popular review of The Housemaid on Letterboxd after the time of this recording. It says, and I quote, "Are we sure Sydney Sweeney even enjoys acting?" I have this question all the time myself too.
I thought she was good. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, again, with those two performances, the other two people with those two performances, that was something that it was kind of hard to compete against. But I will say, the movie I saw, or what was it? It was this. What was it? Fuck, I'm losing my train of thought. The mystery movie. So I saw the mystery movie on Monday, and that turned out to be Primate, which I will say it saved us about probably like $10, $12 because these mystery movies are pretty cheap to go to. So I saw Primate. It's a movie. When I first saw the trailer, I said this is going to be so bad, but it is going to be hopefully my kind of bad, right? Surprisingly, it was getting very strong reviews, early reviews. I think even at the beginning of its tomato score, it got like a 92, right? I don't know where it's at now, but I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought the score was really good. It had a John Carpenter-esque kind of feel to it. The characters were, your typical dumb fucking horror movie characters, so that's one thing. The one thing that surprised me, especially for it being Paramount, the one thing that surprised me was the gore. The gore was it was very gory. I was actually surprised. Gorier than even probably what there were some scenes that, you know, like my woman said it reminded her of Terrifier, but I did tell her that's a bit of a stretch because I wouldn't say it like it's kind of like with Silent Night Deadly Night. They made a big deal saying it's from the studio that brought you Terrifier, right? And like I felt like that was bad marketing because probably people who went in thought it was going to be a lot like very bloody and it wasn't.
Also,
but I did.
People would be asking, "Who the fuck is Cineverse?"
Well, yeah, or Blade. Blade Disgusting also did, but anyway, going back to Primate, like I very much enjoyed it. I thought again it was shot well. I thought the score was actually the standout overall. It had some good gore. It had some good carnage candy. You know, I would say, like, it's not going to be a movie that is going to be my top 10 or even my top, let's see. It's more in line with the Toxic. Oh, actually, no, because I feel like my issue with Toxic Avenger, I felt like the gore was more CGI. I felt like the gore was more practical in this movie. Or if it wasn't, it was a lot better in terms of its effects. But, I will say I very much enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised by it. It's not a movie that is going to be in my top 10 or probably top 20. Like literally, it's the first movie I've seen of this year. So by default, it would be number 1, but it's literally not going to be there. I hope at least.
The first movie I'm gonna watch in 2026 is a fucking Netflix movie. It's because I want to give Netflix more of a chance this year because people are bullying them to the ground right now, and I'll get to it when we get to our joint topic. But
I will say this though,
too much, and some people are so stupid because of this Warner thing. I'm still pro Netflix in terms of this Warner thing.
I'd rather have Netflix than Paramount. If I'm being honest,
my thoughts have not changed.
Now, I will say this though, I did enjoy it. I would probably give it like 3.5 out of 5, maybe 3. But if I'm being generous, 3.5. Again, it's a good 90-minute movie. You're gonna have fun, but it leads me to another issue, right? And some people may get mad at me or offended by what I'm gonna say. So we were watching this movie, right? And again, for these mystery movies, at least here in Texas, it doesn't cost that much. Like literally. If my woman didn't have a Regal Unlimited, it would probably have cost us about $10 for these mystery movies, right? So I get these mystery movies are cheap, right? There was this old couple and this one dude who, for the entire movie, would not shut the fuck up. He would speak in Spanish for the entire fucking movie. Now again, I don't know. And the guy, because I near the end, because there's a specific scene that was very quiet. I won't go into details about it. But then he started talking. I literally said, "Shut up," because and then when I got up, I was about to say something because again, one thing I am not a very violent person. I am not a very volatile person. It takes a lot for me to get pissed off about things.
You just said this in Spanish. You just said,
I should have said, I was going to say, cállate la boca. And then if he didn't, I would say, cállate la boca, pinche cabrón. I would have been like, cállate la boca, pinche cabrón if he didn't do it anyway. But I almost got, after the movie was over, I almost wanted to say something to him. Like not get into a fight, but I would have told this fucker, you know, I get it. Y'all probably don't go out that much because y'all don't have lives or whatnot. You clearly don't. You're buying a SpongeBob popcorn bucket, and you're in your 50s. But then I realized he wasn't all there. It looked like, but it looked like he was kind of a little, the R word. I'll just say it like that. I don't use on my channel. If I say it, I say it. But you know. I don't know how, but anyway, going back to it, right? And this may be the part that gets me flack because again, the guy probably wasn't all there, but I'm sorry. I feel this way the same way I feel about taking your kid to taking your kid or a baby, especially I've had ones where they've taken babies in the horror movies, bloody horror movies, mind you. If if you are not all there, if you cannot control yourself in a fucking movie theater, and if you're a kid like they can't control, or you're a baby, and it's not the baby's fault, like just to be fair here, then do not come to the movie theaters. Wait till streaming, because again, this is another reason why people, like, we talk about different reasons why people don't go to movie theaters.
Yeah, we had this discussion before.
Movie theaters do so much to tell you to fucking shut the fuck up, to fucking silence your phones, to not be on your phones, and still to this day, I'm gonna say, I don't give a fuck if you're retarded. I don't give a fuck if you're this or that. If you cannot control yourself in a goddamn movie theater, shut the fuck up and not come. We as movie fans and we as movie goers do not want you there, because we are there to experience something that will change our lives. Not hear you speaking Spanish or speaking Dutch or speaking fucking whatever, French, what have you, or English, even English. We are not there to fucking hear. Like, if you want to talk, then be there for the moment of a big reveal, like fucking Matt Murdock showing up in fucking Spider-Man No Way Home, or fucking Tobey Maguire. Spoiler alert for a fucking 5-year-old movie almost. But anyway.
Oh, jeez.
My point is that, like, I am so, like, again, people, do fucking better. It's fucking 2025. We're at the point now where
26
or 2026. See, I'm still stuck at 2025. See, maybe I should go, because I'm stupid. I'm stupid sometimes. I'll admit that. You know, I'll be honest with you. I am not I'm not a stickler to a lot of things. I'm a very free flowing guy. You know, I'm anti-establishment. I'll say what the fuck I want to say, blah, 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 right? But there's one place I have respect, one place I have decorum. Like Gunther with the ring, with the wrestling ring, he says the ring is sacred. The movie theater is sacred to me. I will even look at my friends and give them an ugly look when I see them on their phone, unless it's important. Like, I will look at my woman, who I love with all my being, but she knows now to not have her phone on, you know, when we're at a movie theater. But my point is, people do better. If you're a parent and you can't find a sitter, don't go to movie theaters. If you're a parent and don't have a fucking uncontrollable child, don't go to movie theaters. If you're a fucking guy or girl who's not all there, and you really can't be fucking can't keep your mouth shut during a fucking movie theater, don't go to movies. Wait for it to stream, or rent a private movie theater where you could talk whatever the fuck you want and not bother anybody. Because I'm sick. Like, you know, I almost had that same issue with The Housemaid, but you know what? It actually made the movie better, because these 40-year-old women who were probably book club people, they were fucking having the time of their lives. And you know what? It made the movie experience enjoyable. So there are times where I'm okay with it, and then there are times like these horror movies when there's I had this also issue at fucking Quiet Place Part 2, and I literally said, because I told the guy to be quiet, and again, I used to work at the theater that I went to at the time when I went to go see A Quiet Place Part 2, and so I knew the people that I was working that day, because some people say, well, why don't you go and say something to the fucking, well, one, if the person's not there, they're not going to know any better, but anyway, going back, but this wasn't even a situation, it was just people being assholes. Like, people could say, well, why don't you go to the movie people? Well, since I used to work there, I knew the people who I worked with. And I knew the people who gave a fuck, and I knew who didn't give a fuck. And the people that were working that day were people who didn't give a fuck. So I just was like, okay, I'm not, you know, I'm going to politely say shush and all this other stuff. And then when they kept going, I literally said halfway into the movie, shut the fuck up. I am sick to death of it being 2026 and people are still doing this. Like, you know, again, there are certain places there. The movie theater is the only place I hold sacred, you know, and I will fight, maybe not physically, but I will fight to keep that sacred area whole. And so, again, some people say, well, if he's not all there, you should lay off him. No. The people who bring him there shouldn't take him. The people who have a screaming baby shouldn't, because again, you are like, Get a babysitter. Do this. There are a multitude of different things, especially now with streaming. If you cannot be controlled at a movie theater, then don't go to a movie theater. Just sit your ass down at home and watch it in the fucking privacy of your home where you can say what the fuck you want and you're not bothering a goddamn fucking person. So to that person, again, I don't give a fuck if they have any issues. Fuck you. Don't come to the theater again. We don't want you.
You bring this up, but I remember when I was on break, I saw this Variety article saying that 2025 was like one of the worst years for box office in a while. Shit like this is probably the reasons why.
Like, okay, I'll put it to you this way. The first time I took my daughter to a movie theater, I think she was five or six. We went to go see Frozen 2. And you know what was so funny? She was for a 5 or 6 year old at the time of this movie's release. She was fucking the most calm. She was basically in fucking heaven because she loved Frozen. She was the most calm. She's my daughter because I had never seen someone that calm. Like, she was enamored. She was excited. That was her first time going to movie theaters. But it was like fucking. I heard no peep. She was sitting there paying attention. When I first showed her Halloween 4, she was watching it and she was enjoying it. She was like paying attention and all. The only time I heard her say a word was at the end when she looked at me and she said she did. That was it. She didn't do anything else. Hell, we were watching The Autopsy of Jane Doe. I know probably not the best movie to show a baby, but I think she was like maybe 3 or 4 at the time. And I was sitting there fucking, we were in our recliner and she was sitting there watching it. And I kept hearing noises. I thought she was getting spooked. I looked at her and she looked at me and then she kind of like, I felt like she wanted to say what? And then she looked back at the movie, right? And I looked back and it was her mom that was fucking freaking out, right? And of the movie, which was kind of funny. But like my point is though, and again, not all kids are like that. Like I would have been more confident taking my daughter to more movies at that age. And not all kids are like that, but it's just, yeah, that's just my whole thing. If you cannot be controlled, and I don't give a fuck what your thing is, sit your ass down and don't come to movie theaters because we don't want your fucking asses. And this goes to anybody as well, because I know there's idiots out there who just do it just for like the young kids. I remember at one time that at an AMC, this one guy was complaining about these bunch of kids were fucking yelling. This was happened last year, I think, where a bunch of kids were making a scene and ironically it was an AMC, go figure. The guy went to go and complained about them and they didn't do nothing. He went back and they didn't do nothing. So the kids caught wind of this and they went to jump his ass after the movie theater.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. And again, like I love AMC. I worked there. I've openly said this before. But I've always stated I have issues with them. And I've always said their fucking CEO is a fucking crock. But yeah, so that's my little movie, little probably so I don't get those that often, but when I do, it pisses me off. Like again, I can't recall the last time I had something like that, and this almost ruined the movie for me. But I was very I enjoyed it. I want to try to see because I did enjoy Primary enough to where I probably would see it again. Hopefully this time this dumb fuck won't be there. And if he is, I'm going to be like, okay, I would never put a hands on a mentally disabled person. But you know what? I'll find somebody else to do it for me. That way it could be the battle of the fucking retards and all that. Maybe I could make a bum fights episode of that. I don't fucking know. But you know what? But on a more positive note, to end this with a positive note, I finally did.
I think I went full retard. I don't know what the hell I just. I think I went full retard.
What happened? What happened with you, Victor?
I don't know. You're going on and on and on about this. I feel like I'm about as dumb as that guy.
Yeah. I will say that so I went to go. I finally saw, because I told Jared I would give him my word on this. I finally went to go.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I could, because it's been 2 weeks. I was very busy. I saw things, and yes, Jared was right. It is everything I want in a fucking movie. And again, I very much enjoyed it. It was something that like again, I don't understand. Like I was shocked. It came out in '89, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, it looks a little bit like I don't know. Like maybe it was the budget because I think it had what was the budget for it? What? Oh, 35,000. So that makes sense. Cause I thought it was like early '80s or late '70s movie, but then yeah, that makes sense on that. But no, I enjoyed it. It was something that was like it's not gonna be a movie for everybody. Again, I love these types of movies where it's just like fucking cheese and all that. Um, but fun fact, it is considered the first Canadian shot on Super 8 horror film released for the VHS market. So
Hey,
maybe I watched
that's something.
as well as one of the worst films of all time. And don't get me wrong, it is a horrible film, but I enjoy it. It has charm to it. Again, like Jared, I think Jared, like when he saw Zombies versus Strippers, when he talked about the idea of going into my psyche, and he was right. This was something I enjoyed. If you want to watch it, because again, I thought I was gonna have a hard time finding it because it's a movie I never even heard of before. It's on Tubi.
Okay, because that's where I watched it initially.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna try because I saw it without my woman. I am gonna try this week maybe to get her to see it with me, just to see what her thought process is of this movie. I need to also have her see Zombies versus Strippers too, because I think she would like that movie because it has naked women and zombies. But yeah. So yeah, I did enjoy for what it is. Again, it is not a good movie, but it is something that I could just sit there and turn my brain off and just be like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's that. Outside of that, those are basically my thoughts on all that. The only other thing I'll say, I'll do some promoting, and it's on this channel too, so it's not like I'm just promoting myself. Tomorrow night on the Network 3, or not tomorrow night, because there is going to be a chilling or a 3000 Hangout stream tomorrow night. But Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we could all be doing different things on Thursday night. We could be just watching TNA on Access before it goes to AMC. We could be watching, I'm not talking about tits and ass, although, I wouldn't mind doing that either. We could be doing other things, maybe go and see Primate, and all the other stuff. You could be watching the last, Rant and Rave podcast on Thursdays. But instead of doing all that, because let's be honest, none of that matters. None of that matters. You can see all that another day. But what you really want to be there for is Chillin' 3000 Hangouts on Thursday, the big crossover event. Did you find your movie, Victor?
I'm trying to fucking dig through it now. I think I have to go through my bed.
Victor, for God's sakes, we're tired of seeing that your ass. It's not that much of an ass, anyways. So sit down. Okay. Well, we don't see your ass anymore, so that's good. Anyway, go and watch Chillin' 3000 Hangouts this Thursday. Oh God, now we're seeing his feet. Hopefully, there's ain't no foot.
No.
I have a foot fetish myself, but.
This is not
I have a foot fetish myself, but it's for my woman's feet, not your feet, Victor. Thank goodness. Now put your stinky ass feet away. Anyway, Chillin' or 3000 Hangouts this Thursday. We're gonna have a big crossover event. It's gonna be a crossover stream with the Network 3000 House of Chayton dual stream. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna look back on 2025 in a more positive light.
Podcast.
Yes. We're going to do that. And also, we're going to have some earth-shattering announcements of the Hangman Outcast coming in. That's going to be coming in May. We're going to have some big announcements, including I have not announced this yet, or because the announcements have been I alluded to one due to certain circumstances already that I had to talk about on a few days ago. But the other thing is, we will announce the release date for the first episode of season 2. It's coming in May, but we will announce the official release date this Thursday, as well as some other big announcements. But with that, that is the end of my topics. I don't think there was anything else I needed to discuss regarding that. But yeah, go see Primate and go see The Housemaid if you haven't.
Maybe.
Yes. The House of Chayton will return in Network 3000 Secret Wars.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, it's gonna be May, but it's gonna we like you'll have the official date, not just the month, because everybody I think knew that the release it was gonna come back around May time, but so anyway. So yeah, Victor. That's the end of my topic. Please, for the love of God, Victor, no more of your feet, no more of your ass. I ain't much of an ass, anyways.
Trust me, I'm not doing that anymore. I found my damn.
All right, you're not a stripper. We do any of us have dollar bills?
No.
Damn. Okay. Well then we can't trick you out. Hey Victor, can you go out the side of the road and trick for us so we can get some money?
No.
We need a bigger budget for this show. God damn it.
Our show is zero budget as it is.
Yeah, I know. That's why we gotta whore you out, Victor. Just put a wig on you, some lipstick, and you'll be good.
Makes a lot of money with doing jack shit on $0.
That's what I'm saying, Victor. We put a wig on you, some lipstick, and you just lay there and take it. You'll be fine.
No. Okay. Let's just get this over with, Jared.
All right. So how do we start? Well, I guess we rapid fire through because as you guys know, near the end of last year, I was watching through all of Stranger Things because I was trying to get caught up
to the final season
before the final episode, and I did. I finally made it.
And I actually did watch it, not alongside him, because I think we viewed it differently in how in terms of our progression was different. But we made it. And I think what I want to do first, we're going to joint this. We're just going to rush through seasons 3 and 4 first. So we do it one at a time. We're doing this one at a time. But we're doing 5 more in depth. Maybe 4, because 4, I have a lot to say about 4.
I have a lot to say about 4 because as I'm thinking about it, things may have changed with some things.
So let's just go through season 3. We do this one at a time.
Okay.
And
want me to start?
Spoilers aplenty, including for the finale. However, I do want everybody to come back because we're going to rant about some bullshit involving the fan base of this show. So for now, I'm going to put the fucking spoiler alert if I have one. I don't even have one. Hold on. 1 minute. Okay. Let's add the banner, put it on, and when I remove this, that's when I'm ranting about the fucking fan base. But let's just get this over with.
All right. So for me, season 3 it is a bigger season than we had in the past in a lot of ways. It's also what I would call comfort food. That's the best way to describe it for me and everything. It is the most. It's not one of my favorite seasons, but it has some of my favorite moments in the show. Everything. I like a lot of the storylines, and especially when this season gets really freaking goofy. Like, this is the goofiest season, I think.
Yeah, it's the one with the most comedic elements, especially
you got,
at the beginning.
Because you have literally a group of, young teens that are working in a fucking mall that uncover a Russian op that is in the underground of this shopping mall. And I'm like, that's like absolutely ridiculous. But it's got some really good moments, I think. Some great summer vibes. Comedy is hilarious, especially stuff with Hop and Mike and how much he hates Mike.
It is so funny when he's trying to give the talk to Mike because he doesn't want to see 11 with Elle with Mike, and it's just, and he talks to Joyce about this. It's just a fucking riot. Just trying to see.
Also,
Stop trying to parent. Yes,
Alexi
he's
is a
funny.
treasure. He
He's
is a
funny.
national treasure. Sadly, he can not be protected at all costs because he's dead.
He's Bob.
And then I also have to say that this is one of the most epic season finales of this show. Everything. It is
I'm
the
trying to
first
think about
episode
all
that
the
is
seasons.
fully.
Yeah.
I mean, the second season's finale was over an hour, but like just barely. This one is
An hour and 18
technically feature
minutes. No, it's about an hour and 18 minutes. It's not feature length unless it's an old ass Disney movie. If anything,
but
I feel like because like there's several lost season finales that reach about an hour and 20 something minutes on its initial airing. So it's like, oh, it's not feature length to me unless it's 90 minutes or longer. That's feature length. Like the series finale
I think
Lost.
70, even 70 minutes is feature length.
So technically speaking, most of season 4 is fucking feature length. But
that is true. But season 3 overall, I think it's a really fun season. It's again, it's near the bottom of my list, but at the same time, that doesn't mean anything because I love all the seasons.
There's a lot of stuff that I like about these, but also stuff that annoys me. In particular,
I will say the first 2 episodes are such a vibe shift that, like, also the stuff with Elle and Mike is really, really annoying.
It is really, really. Although I like the line, "I dump your ass."
That is my favorite line of the entire show.
I like that friendship between Eleven and Max. By the way, for the record, just to keep you updated, Hopper's not my main character, my favorite character anymore. It's Max, but it's for reasons we'll get from the next season.
Can I say this too with season 3?
3? Yeah, go ahead. I'm not finished yet.
As much as I love Hop, and I kind of just wish, I just don't think after season 3 they, even with like the Russian plot line in season 4, I don't think they know what to do with him.
No,
I don't think they know what to do with him, and I just wish he was kind of dead.
They don't know what to do with him anymore, and he's my favorite. And then, like, what the hell did you do? By the way, this is going to be a reoccurring flaw within all of the seasons of the show. This is especially noticeable in whenever the episodes that the Duffers actually direct. Stop cutting to black during confrontational moments. The show just keeps cutting to black when you think it's like the conflict at the end of this season. Right when the conflict is about to be resolved, you're going to see the impact, the explosion. Cut to black for 10 seconds and then show the impact. No, don't do that. Stop cutting to black. It's a problem that the show's had since the very beginning. Stop cutting to black. This is not Presents, okay? It's not Steven Soderbergh cutting to black because he wants to. And I love Presents, but come on.
That will make sense though, at least because they are like cutting between scenes.
But there's one in the series finale that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I'm talking about Presents.
Oh, okay. Maybe in that one it makes more sense, but here, no. The cuts to blacks here don't make any sense. But yeah, other things in season 4 before I move on, I do agree with you. It's a very epic in terms of like this is the season where the grand scale of things. This is when they got a lot of money. This is when they were starting to get a lot of money. Not quite to level because the visual effects this season were done by Rodeo Effects. They usually do very good work on certain movies, but from that point forward, the visual effects are phenomenal in seasons 3, 4, and 5. 4 was done by D-Neg, and then 5, they got fucking ILM and Weta to do it. So it's the best visuals of the whole series in year 5 because you got Weta and I do the best in the business, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I got to say about season 3 because, you know, Hopper dying, I'm like, no, he's not dead. When I saw it, he's not dead. And then another flaw, Karen and Billy the whole point in year 2 was supposed to do. It didn't go nowhere. It went nowhere.
Thank God it did.
It went nowhere. Thank God it didn't. But still, the fact that he even did it at all.
Yeah.
Bye, Billy. Did I say he dies yet?
I do also have to say that Dacre Montgomery is just phenomenal in this show, playing the character of Billy. I just love him in every scene he's in. He's just really freaking good.
There's a scene where he's locked in, like, what was it, like the spa?
Sauna. Yeah.
Yeah, that is one of the best scenes of the whole season. And I think, that is a Sean Levy directed episode. So, of course, it feels movie-ish because it's Sean Levy. That's his day job aside from the show. But, I love that moment. The mind flare at the end is just... Oh, I don't want to say it's like Godzilla because some events in year 5 kind of make this seem like nothing. But you know what I mean. It's good.
I'll give this season
Erica
an 8
annoys the shit out of me in this season. Erica got better in 4 and 5, but season 3, Erica annoys the fucking piss out of me.
I freaking love Erica in season 3, but that's just
shut up. We forgot even. Should we even address Robin at this point? We probably should.
Oh well, yes. Let us address Robin because this is one of the absolute highlights of this 3rd season and everything is Robin. I love this character.
I do too, although it feels like with Inside Out 2, Maya Hawke was pretty much just playing Robin, but the anxiety about you just playing Robin again.
I think she does, and I love the friendship that builds between her and Steve. They're
beautiful.
just they're kind of my favorite duo at the end of the day and stuff. In terms of like pair ups.
Well, I think it's more like my favorite duo is not. We're not talking about people in relationships. I think it would still be Dustin and Steve because it's so wholesome. But this is still good.
So then we go to season 4 now. And this is where I will say this.
This is the most bloated season of television of all time.
Last time I said that, and I thought this for a while, that season 2 is my favorite season of the show. Because for me, with that, like, it's where, like, all of the character dynamics that I love are kind of born and where some of my favorite characters are introduced. And I love the whole dance scene at the end of that season. I got to season 4 and I think this is my favorite season.
It would be my favorite season too, but here's the problem. This is the most bloated season of television I've ever seen. Ever. The season is too long. It only has 9 episodes, and I'm telling you, it's too long.
Every episode of this season feels like an event and a movie in and of itself.
However, this season gave me a lot of anxiety.
I think I love the vibe of this season so much because right from the start and everything, things feel different. This season is far more cinematic than what we saw previously.
Yeah,
the filmmaking is different.
Yes, I feel like season 3 was the end of Stranger Things as we know it. Because 4 and 5 there is virtually no more comedy anymore. This is now a prestige genre drama show.
It is.
And it is so great.
Because the show before then, like, dabbled in mystery and, like, horror, but it was very sci-fi, on the sci-fi side of horror. This straight up goes into, like, Nightmare on Elm Street kind of vibes. I
feel like it's more like
Hellraiser, and I freaking love it.
It's more of a, like I said to you before, it is much more of a prestige TV show. Emmy Bates, God forbid, now.
We get, like, a lot of, like, mythology in it, like the whole like flashback stuff with Henry Creel and his family. I love that stuff. Like I could have an entire episode of just seeing that and everything. Which I mean, for how long these episodes are, it basically is an episode.
Yeah.
But this just has some fantastic moments, and then we have Henry Krill himself, Vecna.
Vecna, number one.
Number one, played by Jamie
Campbell Bower,
who is phenomenal.
He's incredible. And for a guy who was in that shitty Mortal Instruments movie, what a fucking improvement.
Yes. I also I love how this season also delves into like the fears of the time of, you know, like
the satanic panic.
The satanic panic. Eddie Munson is very much based off of
love
the Eccles, the guy that was in the guy from the Paradise Lost documentary. And just I love that stuff, like the like manhunt with the fucking basketball team.
Oh my god, I hate that main dude. I hate that main basketball guy. I hate him.
I love how he dies though. He gets split right down the middle as the upside down
deserve.
But the finale of this is freaking epic.
2 hours and 25 fucking minutes, which is too long.
That is the one thing I love all the finales of this series, but this one it is almost there. It's just it is too long for what is in there for the content that's in there.
It's too long. Like, oh my god, I felt tired. I felt drained when it was over because it was so long. The
scene though with Dustin and talking to Eddie's uncle, not Eddie, not that death scene, but talking to his uncle and telling him that he was a hero. That is one of my favorite moments of this show. It's so freaking good. I love this season so much. Is Victor still there? Victor. I don't know. But yeah. Victor. Was some? I kept hearing something that sounded like his laptop was dying or something. Victor. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll just talk more about.
Sorry, I got rudely interrupted.
Oh, okay. But, okay,
where were we?
Just kind of talking about the end of season 4 and everything.
We gotta talk about the best character of this fucking show, man, and the best character of this fucking season. I hope you agree. If not, I'm gonna kill you.
oh gosh, who we talking about?
The one that is the single focus of the greatest episode of the show.
Oh, period. Fucking Max. Fucking Max. Man, you know, I had never heard of Running Up That Hill before. That song's so freaking good.
Kate Bush saves lives.
She truly does. And when we get to season 5 and everything, and that song still keeps playing and everything, I'm like, yes, keep giving it.
Let's focus our attention on year 4, because I think chapter 4 of season 4 is the greatest Stranger Things episode ever. It's right up there. It's funny because this is season 4. What is my favorite season of Lost?
Take a drink.
It is it feels like I don't like people say The Constant is the best episode of Lost, but I feel like Dear Billy, the name of this episode, is kind of like the constant in some ways, not always, because the constant feels very distant compared to the rest of the season, but the same emotional quality. This was the episode where like Max is the best character in this entire fucking show, without a shadow of a doubt. That final sequence will go down in history as one of the greatest television moments of all time. And that's where Cut to Black was warranted before we saw the climax of that event.
It was very effective. Overall, like this season, just it's huge and it's unruly at times, but it just packs such a punch.
Yes, it does. The only problem I have, other than length, the whole Russian plot is entirely unnecessary.
It's probably my least favorite. It is my least favorite plot line overall because it's fun.
It's
for
distant.
A while, and then it just kind of drags on a bit too long and everything. And I think a lot of it was just like, well, they needed it to go throughout the entire season, and I feel like it could have just been done in like a few episodes. And
maybe by the halfway point, we'd see Joyce and Hopper back home. Not the entire fucking season. They're out there, just like no. But
or just like not see them for a while. You know, it takes a while to get back to.
Yeah, I know. Another plot I have with this season: Argyle. Why the fuck were you there in the first place?
I fucking love Argyle.
It's a rip-off. It's like Jay and Silent Bob, but not endearing.
I love him.
I found it to be not funny at all. It's just no. Take him out. And he doesn't come back in season 5. Gee, I wonder why. But you know, it's just. I also like this season has like the most prestige elements, like twists. When we find out who's Vecna, he's number 1. It's like a big revelation to the point where they split up the fucking season, and when they split up, it's that episode where the revelation finally happens. They split it up, break it apart. But it is so much emotion. Like it is emotionally taxing on you. Like when with all the stuff that's going on, and by the end of it, when Eddie dies, Max goes into a fucking coma. I'm like, no, do not kill off her, no. But you know, it's just. It is so great. Again, it's the length. That's why it's not my favorite season, because it's the length.
It's definitely. I definitely think it's mine at this point now, but
I like the balls it took for that ending. They lost for the first time ever because they were so successful 3 other times, so they had to lose eventually. It's so.
And now we go to season 5.
One other criticism of seasons 3 and 4, which is corrected in year 5, I think Will. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that with Will with season 3 and 4? And I feel like Noah that was not even trying. I feel like he was awful in both seasons, which is corrected in year 5. So that's good. And I feel like it was done intentionally to some degree, which we'll get to with year 5, which we're now going to do in depth. That was just the abridged version.
So, season 5, yes, we know all of the criticisms and stuff.
Blah blah blah.
Blah blah. And some of them I can understand maybe, but others are taken just too far. There's a difference between. I think, you know, if you're disappointed in a season, such as like this season, there's things you can look at and everything and be disappointed and everything. But as a whole, I think this season still pulls it all together. This is coming from somebody that this is my least favorite season of the show, and I think this is your favorite.
Yes, it is. It's my favorite season. So great, everybody's out to kill me now.
Yeah. So yeah, this is my least favorite season of the show. This is his favorite season of the show. But you know what? I still really love this season, and I think it has, like, even some of the criticisms that my best friend had, I didn't have, like, the fact that maybe the major character of this season is fucking Holly.
Mm-hmm.
I love that decision. My best friend did not care for that decision because he didn't have a connection to her. I think with having Nell Fisher?
Yeah, I believe so.
With having Nell Fisher playing that role, I fell in love with this character and everything very quickly.
Yeah, me too, because I felt like, oh, it feels so sudden now. I'm like, okay, but then you get used to it really quick and you fall in love with that damn character.
There's just like it's crazy that this season is able to give us some really good new characters like fucking Derek.
Dipshit Derek.
Dipshit, delightful Derek. This kid is freaking hilarious.
He is one of the best things. He is so funny.
It's like, suck my fat one.
That's one of my favorite lines of the entire series. Suck
like
my fat one.
His sister comes in and like says, Mom wants you to, come down for dinner or
suck
whatever.
My fat one.
Suck
my fat one. No, isn't that fake whenever somebody criticizes the Lost finale?
Maybe. Yes.
And yes, take a drink.
I will also say that a thing that is I was seeing people particularly criticizing with Volume 2 talking about how they were like, how is so much happening and so little happening? And I'm like, I think part of it has to do with this. Season 5 doesn't necessarily feel like a full season of television in the same way that the previous seasons did, because this is basically, if you took a climax to a show and it just happened to be cut into 8 parts.
Yeah, because
it's
every
very
season had
urgent,
Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and this one's just third act.
Yes,
It doesn't
because
stop.
It happens over the course of 3 days.
Yes.
So so time is not moving by like it has in previous seasons and stuff. So it does. I can understand why people might think that like less is happening, and it's like it kind of is because there's less of a time frame and everything. But I think it works.
A lot happens. A lot.
Yeah, no, a lot of stuff happens in this season and stuff, and just some really great moments. And I think again, Noah Schnapp gets to really shine.
I feel like this is the season where he turns it all around. He is great in this season.
He gets a glow up. He forgoes the bowl cut.
Yeah, finally, he actually looks decent to look at now. Not gay, but still, he looks like not as stupid. He looks less stupid now. He looks more adult now.
Yes, exactly. Also, I will say that I think that Jamie Campbell Bower, I think this is his best performance.
Well, that's not saying because I only saw him in that Mortal Instruments movie. What the fuck else I've seen him in?
I think in terms of the 2 seasons that he's in, I think this is his best performance. And him as Mr. Watson is horrifying. Like he's got child predator vibes in this season, guys.
I'm Chris Hatch with Daylight NBC. Oh, you can see right over there.
He's really terrified.
He's going to have a field day whenever the Epstein files are unredacted.
But yeah, he's great in this season. He trying to pretend to be I mean, I still thought of him as Henry, not Mr. Watson.
Yeah, no.
But still.
But that
he's still
stuff is
creepy.
so good. And really, for me, and I'm sure you love this stuff, Vic, with because you get to have more. Even though Max is in a coma, we still get to see her.
Yeah, we still get they work
bit.
around it. Although it makes you, although when this revelation happens, like, oh my god, did she get out of? Oh, that's how they explain it. I'm like, yeah, she's out of. And then I'm like, well, what?
Yes.
They kind of trick you a little bit, and holy shit, and then still I was happy.
And
plus that leads to like one of the best moments when she finally gets out of it.
That is, I love how that, because that's how the episode ends, isn't it?
The ends of running up that hill again.
Yeah, and it's the cut to black and everything, and you know she made it, but it's just.
But then they wait till. Although to be fair, I think it would have cut that scene where she wakes up, put it there, then place the credits. But that's me with my nitpicky mind. But still, I love it how it opens. It's just, I love that so much. And she was stuck in a coma for 1.5 years because it's a 1.5 year time jump.
Also, I will say this: I'm very happy that the Duffer Brothers at least know how comas and stuff work, and how Max can't just magically
wake up and
walk.
Yeah.
How she still has to be in a wheelchair and stuff.
Yeah. It's so good. Max this season is just wonderful, and it's with her and Holly, she makes Holly better. She really does. Yeah. Although my sister was like, "Oh no, she gaslighting Holly because she wanted to get the fuck out." I'm just like, "No, how did you?" Because what happens to Holly the next episode, going down the. But I'm just like, she didn't know that. Max she didn't know that. She didn't know that. Why would she? That's another story for another time. But I also really, really, what I really do enjoy is that this season was really the first time where I feels like all the characters are together through most of the season. It's very because it doesn't because it's the previous seasons they're like completely separate at the beginning, they unify at the end. They're unified beginning, middle, and end for the most part. And also,
especially like in season 3, like Steve, Dustin, and Robin, like aside from the first episode, they do not interact with any of the characters. Their plot line is so isolated compared to everyone else's because they're still in their, their fucking ice cream sailor uniforms throughout.
Chips Ahoy or Scoops Ahoy, excuse me.
Scoops Ahoy, yeah.
Ahoy. But yeah, I love the fact that they unified the characters together. Also, there's just scenes that are just absolutely gut-wrenching. One that comes to mind that happens, I believe, in the 6th episode. This happens. The one with Sam. Not Sam. Who the fuck is Sam? I don't know a Sam in this show.
I don't know
Max
who Sam is.
Coma at the end. But there's a scene where between Jonathan and Nancy, they think they're about to die. And they break off their relationship because, simply put, Nancy and Jonathan, and to some extent, Steve also kind of, I don't know. I feel like this was a wise decision to break them up because I feel like Nancy as a person throughout that entire run, she's trying to find herself, and I feel like by the end of the season, she found it.
I think too it shows,
but that scene is heartbreaking.
I think too it shows because Morgan and I were talking about this that. They were bonded, like they got together because Murray talks about them, having shared trauma and stuff, and that's probably not the best way to build a relationship on your trauma.
No.
Yeah.
But I think and then they think they're gonna die, but then the ice or whatever stops, and it's just like it's just
I really like that scene, and I know a lot of people complain in season 5 and stuff that just a lot of like monologues are in the season and stuff. There's a lot of like
I'm gonna defend it because there's always been a shit ton of monologues on this show. Always has been. And not only that, I also think because I said it before, but Aaron Sorkin is one of my favorite writers of all time. What does he do all the time on The West Wing or in his movies? A series of monologues over and over, and it's just the best writing. Some of the best writing you'll ever hear. And
I think
that's
they're
why
at least
I love
well
monologues
written.
so much.
I think they're at least well written and everything. There was one thing I was going to say though. They I'll
there was this criticism about in the okay, because they split up to volumes. Fuck the volume shtick. I'm just gonna go by when the episodes aired. But episode 7, when Will finally comes out of the closet, finally, after 2 seasons of us knowing that he's in the closet, he finally gets out, and people hate this scene because Vecna made him do it, and there's all this other stuff. I'm just like, bitch, of course, because what if he fucking dies? We didn't know if he was gonna die, and I feel like that was one of the best seasons of the whole season. That's when Noah Schnapp really became almost Emmy worthy. It's so wonderful. It almost made me tear up a little bit, just a little bit. But again, we'll get to the finale when the tears
we will get to the finale.
But that was such a touching, beautiful scene. I loved how that was done. Although I just wish that he said that I'm gay instead of I don't like girls, because they probably did that because the Netflix is like, you can't say you're gay because the conservatives and the parents are like, because kids are watching this. You can't say you're gay. Get the fuck out. This is a satanic show.
I will say this. You probably won't agree with me, but I'll say this with season 5 in that I think the first part of the season starts out fairly strong and everything, like with like a lot of forward momentum. I think there's a lot of just kind of biding their time until we get to the finale, because I think the Duffer Brothers for this season in particular put everything into the finale. Like, just they put their heart and soul into the finale, that I think that maybe I could see, like, because even though I don't have a problem with like a lot of the monologuing and stuff, that might be where some of the monologuing is coming from, because they're trying to maybe put a bunch of stuff in, like, maybe they could have done this in less than 8 episodes.
I do understand, because then again, a lot of final seasons do this. They just drag on and on because they put everything into their series finale. Breaking Bad did this. Take the Shot again. Lost did this, arguably.
Because
everything in that finale.
I think it's just a symptom of final seasons where it's like they just every single thing has to be the biggest thing ever. Like, we can't just have Nancy and Jonathan break up. It has to be the biggest thing ever. That kind of thing.
Because it's the last season. It's not like just from any other season. You could just throw it away, and they'd probably get break up off screen if it was any other fucking season. But this is the final season. And now let's get to the controversial series finale.
By the way, Netflix wants to only show Warner Brothers for 17 days. Guess what? The series finale made $25 million in theaters. So what does that tell you?
But here's the thing, though. We'll get to my rant about people. Netflix doesn't like money. We'll get to that in a moment once I'm done with these spoiler talks, because I have something to say to these fucking Netflix haters. Again, I'm pro Netflix in terms of this Warner thing, but and Universal doesn't help matters in terms of their window, but that's besides the point. The series finale, this is going to go down like the Lost finale. It's going to lead to too many misinterpretations. It's going to be the worst finale. They might as well be saying they were the whole time all over again. But you know what? Just like Lost, this is the finale that the show deserved. This is one of the best series finales of all time.
And kind of like where with season 4's finale, where it's phenomenal, it's just too damn long. This is over 2 hours, just over 2 hours, and not a minute is wasted.
Not one. Not one. It is
Everything forward momentum, and then also just one of the best like resolutions to like a TV show.
It is about as epic as any movie I've ever seen. But again, this is a movie. This is like 2 hours and 8 minutes, give or take. And it is just like to the point where they actually, what they did was it was so big that they shortened the intro to the show.
Yeah, I noticed that
one
too.
last time. So it's just like, just fuck it. Just get through it. Get to the thing. But it is so incredible. Not a single moment is wasted. It is so intense. I got so much anxiety over several things that happened.
When Hopper thinks he killed Elle.
Oh my god. The fact that they put it out on New Year's is kind of perfect because there's always going to be a Netflix pre-Stranger Things and a Netflix post-Stranger Things. And New Year, fresh start. This is the post-Stranger Things era. I feel like they did this on purpose because it was an end of an era, literally. The end of a year, end of an era. But besides the point, this is just epic. Some people were saying this is bad filmmaking. How is this bad when most of the stuff on the screen I see the passion, I see the effort. This is bad filmmaking because I used several shots of previous seasons. You fan base, I'm gonna say this right now, you're fucking miserable.
People just love like to complain in
don't even once I'm done with these spoilers, I want to talk about straight about the fucking conformity gate bullshit. This bullshit. But getting back to the point, some of my favorite stuff in this episode. First of all, dipshit Derek's immortal line of "suck my fat one." That's one of the greatest moments in the show. And the final battle itself with the real mind flare, the real one. The season 3 mind flare was just some dick tease. This is the real one.
My best friend, because he saw it in the theater, and like after he got out and everything, and he knew that we both had seen the finale, he said about the giant mind flare fight and everything. He's like, I know that was some like big giant CGI MCU kind of battle thing going on. He's like, but that was fucking awesome.
It is so great. And then the whole thing about them working together, 11 almost beating the shit out of fact that, and then Will coming in. And then the Stranger Things, the theme to the show, the orchestral version of it coming on as they're dealing what we believe will be like the finishing blows of Vecna, when everybody's just like, it's just an endgame level moment. Almost. Not quite endgame. Not quite Portals. But you're getting there. And the music in this episode is just unbelievable. I know the guys who did the score for the whole show did do the music for this, but there's also, I got to credit one other person who did the orchestral stuff, which is Dan Romer. Dan Romer, believe it or not, so you've heard some of his music on the show. You want to know why? Because the end credits of our show is a Dan Romer piece. That is his end credits to the show, The Good Doctor, which he was the composer to. So you've heard Dan Romer before on this show, but his work on this episode is just incredible. Incredible orchestration. It is just epic in every regard. And it's just, what I loved about it was that it was shocking to me that we got through the climax and there was still we were halfway done. I'm like, oh yeah, what are you going to do now? And then the second half is us saying goodbye. That's what it is.
And through this entire last 50 minutes of the show, I literally cried 5 or 6 times. Starting with Robin's thing on the radio and that fucking Fleetwood Mac song.
It made me cry probably because I've heard that song way too many times in my life. It's overplayed at this point, but I really like that. Oh, also, by the way, Vecna dies, but I love how they finally used the word fuck on this show.
I was
They used the
wondering
word
if they
fuck.
ever would, and they did.
They finally used the word fuck in the best way possible. It was so great that Joyce was the one who did the final blow because she started this whole thing, arguably. She was the one who believed it all from the very beginning. So it's just like, I loved how she was the final blow. And then 11 sacrificing herself, and then that horrifying scream from Mike when it goes slow motion, the whole ow right before the upside down blows. It is one of the most horrifying screams I've heard in any television show ever. Maybe up there with Daniel Radcliffe in Order of the Phoenix, although we couldn't hear it, but apparently horrifying scream according to David Yates. But it's horrifying, and then it's just like gut wrenching. And I have my own thoughts about that final sequence. About the final sequence is just, we'll get there. But I love how Steve is coaching dipshit Derek.
I love that. For some reason, that made me cry too.
And then that whole bit, you know, the older cast, although not Winona Ryder or David Harbour, obviously, but the older cast at this point, that last scene was very, very, very touching.
Love that scene with them.
And of course, they finally went to Enzo's. They finally went to fucking Enzo's.
Finally.
And then the proposal. But what really tops the cake is the final sequence. These last 12 minutes of this finale, the last 90 seconds, I was bawling. I was bawling like a fucking baby.
It's an incredible way to end the show.
I'll get to the rumor mill open and quote unquote open ending. I don't think it's an open ending at all, but
nah,
it's not an opening. I know what fucking happened, guys. I know what fucking happened. I want to say this right now. That whole thing about 11 being alive, no. To me, that was Mike getting through the grief. So we could finally move on.
It's one of those things. It's like, you can believe it if you want, if that makes you.
But here's the thing: if she's alive, it leaves her too many holes. Why did we see Kali bleed the fuck out? That's the biggest plot hole. That's my biggest. Like, if you're gonna say she's alive, why did we see Kali bleed the fuck out and die? Sorry, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. She's dead. That's why I think that's going for the grief. And then them playing D&D one more time and going through it, and then Mike, they're seeing their futures in a flash forward, to coin a lost term. It is beautiful. And then, you know, when Mike tells the story about Bevan, you know, I don't think she's alive, but, you know, going to the point where she believes, they you know, swear to believe that she's still alive out there, and they're crying. And in this final sequence, these young actors that we spent 9 years with, in the case of Max, 8 years, they were not acting anymore. They were not. This is literally just them. This is not.
This was the final scene that was filmed for the entire show. So. And
then when they put the books away, I knew they weren't acting anymore, because that is them closing the door literally on their characters and walking up to their future. It is just.
Oh, and then I love. We'll talk to just quickly about I love the end credit design and stuff being based off of like a D&D manual.
Well, there is one more thing I do want to talk about before we get to the credit sequence. The fact, you know, I was already bawling like a baby when I climbed up the stairs, but when I got bawled like a fucking bitch was when Holly and everybody else went down, because I had two different, you could say, you view it in two different ways, and I viewed it both ways. One, it's passing the torch to the next generation. And number two, I feel like it was a message, indirect message from the Duffer Brothers to the fans of the show, is First of all, thank you. It is a thank you, first and foremost. And it's also a reminder to never forget the show and pass it down to your children. That's what it meant to me. To pass the show down. Keep circulating the tapes, for lack of a better term. And I was just bawling like a baby. And then when it faded, the fade out is the slow fade out from at the end of the cold open of the pilot. It's the same slow fade out after Will gets captured by Vecna, we learn. And then what plays to fully make everything first circle? They play Heroes again, but it's the original David Bowie version instead of the Peter Gabriel cover we have heard twice before. What a beautiful way to end a series.
And for fans and stuff to ruin it all, because the very end of the credits has this beautiful artwork that is for Stranger Things, a role-playing game. And they think that so it was just his campaign the whole time. And I'm like, oh my god, this is Lost all over again.
This is like Lost all over again. They were the whole
with
time
the fucking plane wreckage at the end credits in that finale. But it's like so it's just
stupid.
It's designed that way. Like
I didn't think of it anyway. Because when I closed that door, the show was over. This is just the credits. Come on.
Yeah, it's
wasting every end credit sequence literally at this point.
Yeah, no, it was just a very artistic thing to do. And then that is where we get, despite the fact that, also I give this season an 8 out of 10, and I give this show as a whole a 10 out of 10.
No issues with it. This is a 10 out of 10 season. Hold on, let me just say, hold on. Okay, now since we're done talking about the spoiler territory part of it, Conformity Gate.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. This, you are delusional. This is delusional fucking things.
It's created by fans that are not satisfied with the finale, with the season as a whole and the finale overall. Listen, the Duffer Brothers are not perfect. That
the show
they
has
are
never
not
been perfect.
They make mistakes. Are there perhaps production mistakes in this season?
Yes, there was one.
There was
in the finale.
There was a whole Under Armour thing logo that they cut out.
Not only that, I saw Millie Bobby Brown's engagement ring in the finale, which they had removed. And the second time I watched it, I'm like, oh, because I see when she was grabbing it, I saw her engagement ring like right here. I don't know where, but I saw it. I don't know if you saw it, but I did. I didn't. Engagement ring.
But yeah, like there's production. You know. This was a big season, big undertaking. Not everything is going to, be perfect and everything. Although, it should overall because of just how much, money is backed into this and stuff. But things fall through the cracks and everything.
Yes.
But
this
people
Conformity Gate theory
think that
so
the
stupid.
Duffer Brothers are so smart they wouldn't make these mistakes. And so these mistakes have to be on purpose. And so everybody, a bunch of fans have taken to overanalyzing not what's actually there in the finale, but what isn't there in the finale to believe that there is a secret final 9th episode that is going to air tomorrow.
No,
it's not going to reveal that the entire episode that we just watched did not happen. why would you?
know
Why
what? I have
would
to play the-
any fucking company play into this bit? Because you're going. Because it's like that's a very small community of people that are actually believing in this and stuff. So you would end up pissing off more people by doing this.
What
what if
they're
people
they're
who
gonna
like the
do a Dallas? It was all a dream.
Yes.
No, what it do you this way? They're trying to be justice like a Snyder cut bullshit. This is like some Snyder cut shit. I'm serious.
Which is a thing that they have been talking about for this whole season, because there was the whole thing of like there were some leaks early on when the season hadn't released
the
yet.
episodes were supposed to be longer, even though Duffer
Yeah.
Brothers confirmed that was not true months ago. Months ago.
The Snyderverse is coming back.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's
Yeah.
It's
Everybody's
so
coming
stupid.
back.
Oh, it's not
and,
real. None of it. It's the secret
James
final
gets
episode.
cooked.
It's just, it is so stupid. It's the stupidest fucking thing. This is so desperate. Even if you didn't like the finale, I love the finale. But if you didn't like the finale, get a hold of yourself and grow up. The show's done.
Because what is going to happen when it doesn't release tomorrow? They're just going to be like, "Wow, Netflix destroyed."
It's the worst company of all time. Netflix doesn't like money. Bitches, they put that finale in the theaters and made $25-30 million. And they're like, oh, they shouldn't be buying Warner Bros. Because they went to 17-day theatrical window. I'm just like, bitch, Universal does the same fucking thing, but it's 14 days, and yet people don't bitch about them. Seriously, it's so
Unless you're Nolan.
stupid to me. It's so stupid, except for Nolan. That's the only person they don't do it for. But other than that, they do it for everybody else. It's so stupid. It's beyond stupid. And why would you put your last episode exclusively in the theater and never put it on a streaming service? You're stupid. You're stupid.
Yeah,
fucking
like there's so much about this that just does not add up and everything.
So you're telling me that the only way to see the grand finale of this show was to watch it in theaters?
No.
No. That's what they.
It was an option.
That's what they implied. Oh, they should have released it on streaming day and day.
Oh, okay. So it's still okay. Because I was gonna say, especially with how Netflix is with physical media, I was like, that would have been the dumbest
apparently the
thing.
Duffers have confirmed nor denied it's gonna get a 4K release.
I saw that.
What the entire series?
It might happen. Yes, it might happen.
I'm shocked because they released.
Said they cannot confirm nor deny.
They released what? I think the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray with those nice VHS cuts.
Yes,
I've never seen Stranger Things.
And then they also put out the whole season of House of Cards. The whole series is out on Blu-ray. I think Orange New Black. They put out the first 6 seasons on Blu-ray and the last season on DVD. I think.
They also did, what was it? The Haunting of Hill House and the Haunting of Bly Manor on Blu-ray. But they've never again, I'm pissed about this. They have not yet released fucking Midnight Mass or fucking The Fall of House of Usher. The two best.
Not to mention movies like The Irishman and
No, The Irishman got released through Criterion. So
Criterion.
That's what he's trying to say.
Oh, okay. So you're just saying that, yeah, because certain shows got Hush, of course, got released on fucking Scream Factory.
Mitchell's First Machines was Sony, so it was guaranteed to get a physical release.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked K-Pop Demon Hunters hasn't gotten a physical release yet.
I feel it's gonna happen. I just don't know when. But again, Netflix owns the copyright to that movie.
Probably sometime this year.
But
yeah,
we'll see what happens with that.
That's another movie I think would look good in 4K. So
it's just, I think the whole conformity gate shit and all the stuff they're saying about how the arrangement seating was at the graduation scene. I'm just like, you're delusional. You are delusional.
This is the whole thing with that documentary about The Shining and how it's related to the genocide of Native Americans.
Oh my god, it's just so
and Apollo 13.
Yeah, no.
You know, more like Apollo 18. Remember that piece of shit?
Oh yeah.
But you know, it is so like, get a hold of yourself. If you didn't like it, that's cool, as long as you're not being an asshole about it. But you're being an asshole about it. You're being an asshole, and you're ruining the whole thing for everybody. Like, give me a break. The show, as we know it, is done. Because if they wasn't done, Netflix would have said right on that day, join us for the final episode, so and so. They would have said it. No, here we are. They haven't said anything. Gee, I wonder. The only one thing that they said, we're putting out a documentary about the making of this season, and that's it. They're done.
Yep.
They're done. It's time to move on.
Which comes out next week.
I think so. January 15th, I think last I heard. But it is so just like, calm down. That's all I'm asking. Calm down. This is like, this is a conspiracy. It's just like one big fat conspiracy. I'm just like, you're no better than the fucking Russians on this show in terms of trying to open that damn gate in the 3rd season. You're no better than those Soviets trying to. It's so bad. Like, the whole thing just pisses me off so much. Because watch, tomorrow they're gonna be like, oh, Netflix lied to all of us. I'm like, bitch, they never even announced it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know why. This is me ranting now, but I can't take it. I can't.
The
take
show
it no
itself is amazing. Everybody should watch it. Get your own opinion on, the final season and the finale and everything. But don't believe that there is something after. There is something after, but it's called the spin-off series Tales from 1985. Tales from 85. Which will release this year at some point, but but that is pretty much it on my end. I don't know where Victor went, but I'm basically done.
Okay. Since I'm running out of time now, let's just get through Blair Witch real fast. Come on.
Oh yeah, there was a Blair Witch movie that came out in 2016.
Trust me. Just give him the fucking $20, okay?
We found it! Please! My sister's in that house! That can't be her!
If I could find out what happened to her, I need to at least try.
There's the curse on these woods.
I'm so sorry.
Blair Witch. Rated R. Starts September 16.
Oh, it's almost like I don't remember this movie. Trust me, I'm saying this right now. You're not gonna hear a rant from me today. Not because I liked the movie. I didn't. I hated it, in fact. But I don't remember anything from this movie. I'm going only by my limited memory.
Roboto.
Well, I just watched it last night, so
Okay, let's just get through the whole fucking thing. Blair Witch was directed by Adam Wingard, written by Simon Barrett, the same team who did The Guest, and maybe another movie.
Oh, it's such a great movie.
You're next. Produced by Roy Lee, Steven Snyder, Keith Calder, and Jess Calder, starring James Allen McCune, Callie Hernandez, Brandon Scott, Corbin Reed, Valerie Curie, and Wes Robinson. Released on September 16th, 2016 by Lionsgate. Budget was $5 million, and it made $45.2 million. Students on a camping trip discover something sinister is lurking beyond the trees. 38% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, 5.0 on IMDb, 47 on Metacritic, 2.4 on Letterboxd, D- on Cinema Score. Since I don't remember anything about this movie, I'm just gonna say this right now. This is probably before I get any further. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm gonna retract what I said about Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. This is the best Blair Witch movie. But with that being said, it's still not good. And it's sad because Adam Wingard is a very talented filmmaker. He's a very good filmmaker. He's a very good director. But Blair Witch in general, like I said to you before, I hate this franchise. I don't like found footage horror films. This was bad.
Okay, first of all, I remember back in 2016 when they pulled a 10 Cloverfield Lane on this movie, where they're like, "Oh, this movie's coming out in we're announcing this movie and it's coming out in a couple months."
It's called The Woods.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't?
Yeah, that's
The
right.
working title was
The only
Woods.
difference is 10 Cloverfield Lane was actually good.
Yeah. Soren, you compared this to Independence Day Resurgence.
Yeah, because the first movie started off this whole genre of found footage movies, and they waited so long to make the sequel that it just blended in with all the other found footage schlock.
That, as somebody that loves the first Blair Witch movie, I do completely agree with that assessment and stuff.
It is just, to me,
this
it's just
one. It's
laughable.
It's just very tired because
it's trite.
I'm going to be just a little bit. Well, I might be the only positive person on here potentially.
What do you mean? I'm going to try and be nuanced as possible about this movie because I don't remember a fucking thing about it.
There's things in this movie that I do like and everything. But at the same time, it's just we've been there, done that, and everything, and it doesn't add too much. It is the same
movie, rinse, repeat. There is not much difference.
I will say this.
At first, I thought they were going to do something new with the whole drone thing, but then I realized
the drone gets broken. The drone breaks.
I was gonna say regarding this, my one positive I can give this movie, it's a good looking film.
To some degree, I think it's the best looking of the three. It was the same. Yeah. Shadows was shot like a normal movie, and it still kind of looked crummy. But this is the best looking because it innovates in terms of the shots. Like I like how the camera is like literally on their ears, and you could see their first perspective of holding a damn camera.
Yeah,
I will say with that whole thing with like having a camera on their ear, I forgot about that halfway through the movie, and so it was intercutting between two characters talking, and then I was like, who is filming this? And then I remembered, oh wait, okay, yeah, they have the earpiece and stuff. I thought it was just a weird inconsistency.
Yes,
I was like, who the fuck is filming this?
Yes, I think it's
like, well, oh, go ahead, Victor.
I also think the sound design is the best of the series, but that's not saying much because the great sound design is rudely interrupted by jump scares.
I'm going to say this because this is how I feel, and I know it's not how you feel, Victor, at all. Something that because I love the first movie and stuff, and things that I like with that first movie is how there was no real script and everything, and so the dialogue
I'm gonna agree with you at this point.
The dialogue in the first movie is terrible, but it's just when I talk and I ramble on like this and everything, it's like that's what that movie reminds me.
I'm gonna give you credit for this because it felt more raw, more natural. This is mumblecore acting 101. This is mumblecore. That's all this is mumblecore.
I will say this here and everything that like where I felt like despite the fact that one of the things that I do not think is very strong in that first movie and stuff is just the ad-libbing and stuff, because it does feel weird and everything and stuff and naturally unnatural just because of how people are just rambling and everything. But this one, it feels like they had a script.
It feels like they're reading it off a piece of paper.
And so they're talking, but it's a found footage movie, so it's like it's in this weird thing of like they're acting off of a script that is meant to feel like it's ad-libbed.
This movie's
It's
so
just the
forgettable, I
acting is
can't even
bad.
remember who got the Josh treatment.
The one
They
that
all
got the
did.
Josh
Josh.
treatment. Was it Peter that got the Josh treatment, or was it Lisa?
Honestly, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck either. No,
I
it was
will-
Talia probably got it. I don't fucking care who got the Josh treatment. At least with Book of Shadows 1 with 2, I know Erica got the treatment, but I don't know who did here.
I was gonna say with that is I personally, because again, I think the first movie, I always think that Family Guy thing where Brian is fucking explaining the movie to a blind guy. I think it's basically how I've always felt with them. I don't, even with the idea of, oh well, if you don't like it, you should understand everything that it did and all that. So I'm like, no, I like marketing maybe, but as far as anything else, it wasn't anything to write home about. Book of Shadows, like I've said this, Book of Shadows, and that's not a great movie either. But Book of Shadows is the best one of this franchise. And again, I want us to be honest. That's not saying much. It's just not a series that I've been able to resonate with. And I like witchy shit and all that other stuff. Like a found footage movie I've been able to resonate with because. Especially of it being able to reinvent itself over the years through different things. VHS Halloween. VHS Halloween, or not VHS Halloween, VHS, where
the
they had that trilogy. The first two were good or great to good, and then the third one was sucked, and then they took a little bit of time away, and then they've been doing the thing with Shudder with these yearly movies. And again, while some years have been better than others, like I've stated, VHS Halloween may in fact be my favorite one, and it also has probably the best and the most disturbing short in all of the VHS films I've seen. And if you know, you know. But again, Blair Witch, there ain't nothing you could do about this.
No,
compared to
it's the same movie. The only difference is that we find out very early is that the main character of James is the brother of Heather Donahue from the first movie. Now, legally, Ray Hans, but that's another story. But it's just, and then it's just like nothing is interesting about it. It's the same fucking movie otherwise. And in this movie, they actually show the Blair Witch, and it looks like a bug from Starship Troopers.
Yeah,
I like the design of the witch.
The design. Yeah, the design wasn't bad, I will admit. But here's my thing, right? Okay, the one thing the fucking Blair Witch could have had, and it's still, I don't even think it's enough, is the fact that we didn't see anything, and all that. We just heard noises. We heard people like all this other stuff, right? I like there are some times while yes, there are times where you want to see more, we want to see more, right? But I'm a big fan of ambiguity too. Some of my favorite movies of all time have a lot of ambiguity. Again, and even though it started a franchise, Halloween had a lot of, when it ended, it had a lot of ambiguity due to him just disappearing after getting shot 6 times. But it's just that, I stated that Halloween, despite all the sequels and all that sort of stuff, you can nitpick saying, well, the endings were, I still say that movie has one of the greatest endings of horror history. So as well with The Thing, who also had ambiguity, even though I have my theories on who's what. But my point is that I didn't feel the need to see the Blair Witch. I didn't hate the design, but I didn't feel the need to see it. It wasn't something that I felt, oh my God. I'll be honest with you. The only reason why I went to go see this movie, because again, I've never been a fan of this series. Book of Shadows was actually the first one I saw, and I was like, "Hey, the guy from Burn Notice is in this movie." That was literally first
the only one in this cast that I recognize is Callie Hernandez. That's only because she was in Alien Covenant.
I like Alien Covenant. It's not perfect, but I like it. But anyway,
Prometheus.
Fuck you, Soren. Fuck you, Soren. Alien vs. Predator Requiem? Okay, you got a point there, but fuck you. Prometheus is goated. Anyway, my point is though regarding all that. I only went to go see this because Adam Wingard did it, and Adam Wingard, yes, he made Your Next, but he made a movie that probably I have to double check, but it's probably in my top 10 favorite films of all time, The Guest. I love that movie. I hate the fact that Dan Stevens, that movie should have made him into a superstar. He had everything you needed in a leading man, and I don't know why he's not been in more prominent roles because he's that good.
Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire, but that's besides the
that
point.
one doesn't count. No one's there to see the actors. Everybody's there to see the monsters. That's why we always bitch when there's more humans than fucking monster scenes. But I will say though,
that's why Wingard is the best MonsterVerse director.
Fuck you, Hunter. It is a masterpiece. Anyway,
Wingard cut all that human shit out, and that's why Godzilla vs. Kong, I haven't seen New Empire, but Godzilla Kong was the only MonsterVerse movie other than Kong Skull Island I gave a positive review towards. Wingard,
that one was actually a bit good.
Then again, Godzilla Minus One was more about the humans, but the humans were actually interesting, so we didn't give a shit.
But like my whole point is that Dan Stevens, like that's the main reason why I went to go see Blair. Which one was I referring to? Hunter, you talk about Halloween Ends. Let's see. As well as say, fuck you, Tanner.
I don't have much time left. I'm running low on time. But
well, fuck your time. We were extended to 6 hours. Anyway,
it's just when it comes down to it, like most of the things happen the same. The only things I really like about this movie, the only thing that I appreciate about it is that the characters are less of an asshole compared to the first movie. Because his friends, the gay guy's friends, actually defend him because they think, that the two guys who are like redneck kind of characters, because
I'll tell you what, I just took a shit and I can't read.
But they're pranking them, thinking that the Blair Witch is there, but they're like, they're defending their old friend because they're like, fuck you for pranking us. And I'm like, oh, that's a very nice woman. They're sticking up for their friend. That's actually a good thing. But then obviously, as it happens, that's real. The best part about this movie is when that one dude, what the hell's the first guy's redneck, the redneck guy, Lane, I think his name is.
Lane.
He literally punches out Lisa. That's the funniest scene in the entire movie because it comes right the fuck out of nowhere.
His name was Lane.
With this movie, one of the biggest problems I have with it is that it sticks too close to trying to be the original, and so we just retread a lot of the things that we've already done in that first movie and stuff. And so it makes, for me as a fan of the first film, it makes that first half so dry and hard to get through and stuff. But for me, it picks up once we get to the scene where the girl who's got her foot cut open and stuff throws down the stick figure, and then all hell just seems to break loose, and there's a dead body in the camp and everything. And I really enjoy the third act of this movie. I love a creepy house, and I like that we get to see more of it in better quality and stuff. I think
I agree with you
really
there. I was about
layout,
to
because it reminded me of going through like Resident Evil 7, playing that.
Oh yeah.
I really like.
Afterwards, you feel like, oh, now everything's going on, and then the movie decides, the Blair Witch decides as its last act, oh, I'm gonna pretend to be James, so she can drop the camera again and end the movie the exact same way.
Before that, my favorite moment of the entire movie is when Lisa ends up in that crawl space and gets
probably
stuck.
The best scene in the entire movie
because it's so freaking claustrophobic.
And it's also, you see the light, like the whole thing's like in a different dimension or whatever. Even
And
though
then
it's
you
kind of
start
weird,
hearing
but-
things like you're like, oh
is
shit,
this the
something's
prequel to
behind
Paranormal
her,
Activity,
or-
the Ghost Dimension?
I don't know, but yeah, it's not scary. It's just a bunch of jump scares. It really is.
No, it's not. It's a fact. You can still hear me, guys, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's the other thing too. You know, again, Adam Wingard knows how to make good horror. Again, I've stated that The Guest has horror elements to it. It's like a military slasher. Like that's how I look at it, right? Your Next has some great scenes of tension. You know, so that's what irritates me about this movie, because like,
I feel like
we could have gotten. Go
I
ahead.
think it's just a problem of it doesn't try to add anything new. It just kind of does.
I think it's the same issues like the other two movies. It's trapped. It's just a cursed franchise. I don't want them making any more, but no, Blumhouse wants to make another one. Ugh, fuck you, Blumhouse.
Well, and let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way.
Because it
right?
works so well with Halloween and Exorcist.
Oh, fuck you, Soren. The Halloween trilogy.
And
is
Strangers.
quoted
Oh, wait. They're not Strangers.
No, that was Lionsgate. That was Lionsgate. I will agree with you on Exorcist, though. So that part I will be like, yeah.
But this is just, I don't remember half of this goddamn movie, so I'm sorry. I'm going to end my review saying 0. It's the best of the negative. I would retract my -1 and give this a 0, but this is made me otherwise think that it's still the worst franchise of all time because it's still so bad. It's a 0. I'm sorry. There's nothing more I can say.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 0 out of 5 too, and that pains me. There are things that could have that I liked, but it would like you said, Victor. It's a movie that is very forgettable. It's like, you know what? There was a movie that came out around
24 hours ago.
I forgot about just now. But my point is that, like, you know what? It's funny because there was a movie that came out around the same time. What was it? The Gallows, and that one was awful too. But you know what? I remember that movie way more than I do remember fucking this movie. And so that should tell you. And that sucks because, again, I really love Adam Wingard as a director.
Yeah. So yeah, not good. Jared.
2 out of 5.
Let's see. I give this a 6 out of 10 just because as much as I was just kind of bored through most of the movie, just retreading a bunch of stuff. I really dug the third act of this movie. I had a fun time in that third act alone. But
okay, the third act was okay. I can't. I'm not gonna argue with you with that. I want Family Guy to do a recreation of fucking that scene with Brian and the blind guy, but he takes the son of the blind guy and that's also blind or the grandson of the blind guy that's also blind to go see Blair Witch.
I will also say that Victor told me to watch Book of Shadows before.
You don't have to,
before this, and really. I watched like an hour of it the night before, and then I was like, I could watch the other half, or I could just go ahead and watch this movie.
Here's the thing, though: you don't even have to watch it. It's painful, wasn't it? Painful. It was pretty bad.
Plus, it's pretty much.
I will tell you this much: I would rather watch Book of Shadows than ever watch any other Blair Witches again.
This, and that's saying a lot. But yeah, this movie, and also by the way, you didn't miss much, Jared. The whole ending was that the Blair Witch made the police think that they did it. That's the end. And the end ends abruptly, like those damn tanks.
You know, it's really sad that that director he didn't get his full vision, and also it's sad that he was the director of the Paradise Lost documentaries.
But again, Artisan fucked with him. So it's not even his vision. What you're seeing on the screen is not even his vision. Yeah. Because they fucked with him. Yeah. So yeah, okay. Next week is our 150th episode. Unfortunately, since it's Soren's birthday, I'm scared, but now he has control over our 150th episode.
Wait, how does that work? So who has? So what happens when we get to 200? Who has control of that one?
Well, most of the time I would have control over this, but since it landed on his birthday pick,
Oh.
I can't retract the rule. I'm so fucked.
When is episode 50? When is episode 50 or what, or 200?
Next
Excuse
one.
me. No, 250 or 200.
200 would be in about if we don't take breaks in about 50 weeks, so about a year from now.
Ah, okay, yeah. So it won't be even on my.
Soren,
all right, so
you
go
better
ahead.
not pick for anything bad for me to watch or torturing me. Or
Oh no!
Well, I hope all three of you are available next week because I got a good one for you. And here's a hint: it's from last year, and it's considered to be the best worst movie of last year.
Oh,
Flight Risk?
No.
War of the Worlds?
Is you?
Yes!
How could you, man?
I've been wanting to see this.
You're telling me that we have to do this War of the Worlds over the fucking Spielberg movie?
Yep. War of the Worlds.
I'm excited.
You know what? I haven't seen this movie, but you know what? I was afraid. I don't know why. I thought somebody was gonna fuck with me and pick Avatar or pick something else that was gonna be fucking long and fuck. But you know what? You know what? I'm fine with this. I'm satisfied. I'm okay.
We have to watch
I'm okay.
Ice Cube. Oh my god. It's a fucking Screen Life movie. Right before Mercy comes out, we have to pretty much inherit because Timur Bekmambetov was one of the producers on this fucking thing. It's a Screen Life movie. Oh God, have mercy on my soul. I gotta watch more. You know what? I'd rather just watch. I'm gonna watch the Tom Cruise one first, and then I'm gonna lose my life after watching this.
Let's do the wheel anyway for the following week.
You're gonna have a ball with this one. It's Criterion worthy.
Oh yes, yeah. I'm really excited for the Criterion 4K of this movie.
Oh my god. So next week, unfortunately, is War of the Worlds, not 2005, but 2025.
Or 1951.
In honor of the 20th anniversary of the 2005 War of the Worlds, we got this masterpiece.
The couch jumping incident was less compared to this. That was Tom Cruise being an angel compared to this. The couch jumping incident was nothing compared to this.
So, Victor, are we going to see you stand up on your bed again next week, but in more of a Tom Cruise fashion?
No.
Oh, Victor, I forgot to ask you real quick. Speaking of Tom Cruise, what do you think of that? What do you think of that new movie that he has coming out in October?
It could be good. I haven't seen enough, but I think it could be good. I mean,
I know we don't really got much of. Yeah, we really don't much of a. I said I like that we don't know anything about it. I like that he kind of is going back to kind of weird characters, and also Gorillaz was in the trailer music.
I feel like it's gonna be like Magnolia for him. Another Magnolia for him. Oh, God.
we got Ice Cube, and then we got above him Victor in the suit.
See you next week, everybody. I'm fucking sick of your ass.